The road to the top is a riddle. What will be my destiny? Money and fame are awaiting, but not enough is raining on me. Maybe I should give it all up. How much more can I take? Out here singing to the heavens. When I gonna get my break? I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. How will I get out of the jungle? Everybody wanna stop me. 10 more steps up the mountain. Now everybody's looking for me. Spend my life in the desert till something changed inside of me. Now I'm flying over oceans. Everybody looking at me. I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Full power, get louder. I'ma get strong, just watch me. Full power, get louder. I'ma get strong, just watch me. Every hour, no doubter. Gonna hear my song, just watch me. Every hour, no doubter. I can run this town. Somebody give me the key. I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. No more doubt about me. I can run this town. Don't you know I got the
Get up on your feet, this is a shakedown. Order up that beat just like it's takeout. Show me you got soul inside those new shoes. And you can rock and roll with an attitude. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. You're the new MC, you got the remix. Keep it on repeat, just let the beat kick. Everywhere you go, you bring the roof down. Everybody knows you got your own sound. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Yeah, you like it, the way you like it. Oh, yeah, you like it, the way you like it now. Yeah, you like it, the way you like it. Oh, so good, so fresh. Get up on your feet. Show me you got soul. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Just the way you like it. The way you like it. So good, so fresh. Get up on your feet, this is a shakedown.
Yeah, I'm overzealous when I'm thinking about the cash flow. I never had no handouts, just came natural. I've been tested so much, all these wrestlers nice. All these different situations that I've been through. I seen pain trying to creep in through the window, but now I'm sliding through the hood in a Benzo. You gotta separate yourself just to elevate. I keep some drink in my cup to see through the hate. Sometimes on the road to glory, you gotta press the brakes. I got a lesson plan for all my past mistakes. I swear I'm proud of all my best and my worst days. Proud of on my feet when I touch the ground. Front of A to Beijing, man, they know the sound. I know I made mistakes, but my mama proud. Fans scream my lyrics out in the background. They ain't know me then, but I'm hot now. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. Life down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. I'm faced with a lot of different choices these days. Do a rock and Rolex account of Blueface. The whole world know my name off a mixtape. I still got the same brother since 6th grade. G-Wagon red seats, we on Biscayne. Trips to the Florida Keys, we imported these. Thanking God for the life he afforded me. All this jewelry on my body, I could light the hood. I need a brown skinned chick just like Megan Good. Holding up every promise that I ever made. Music in the background, it's a serenade. Been rapping 10 years, boy, this ain't a phase. I paid dues, paid rent, and I stayed the same. I had teardrops running down my face. I've been through a lot, I had real pain. But thank God, cause we really on a better days. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. Life down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. What's a life without sacrifice? Sometimes you gotta thank God and just roll the dice. Pacino.
I'll keep going till my feet come below. I'll keep going till my feet come below. I'll keep going till my feet come below. I'll keep going till my I'll keep going till my I'll keep go till my speaker come. I'll keep going till my speaker come low. 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 Till my speaker come. I'll keep going till my speaker come low. I'll keep going till my speaker come low. I'll keep going till my speaker come low. I'll keep going till my speaker come low.
The road to the top is a riddle. What will be my destiny? Money and fame are awaiting, but not enough is raining on me. Maybe I should give it all up. How much more can I take? Out here singing to the heavens. When I gonna get my break? I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. How will I get out of the jungle? Everybody wanna stop me. 10 more steps up the mountain. Now everybody's looking for me. Spend my life in the desert till something changed inside of me. Now I'm flying over oceans. Everybody looking at me. I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Full power, get louder. I'ma get strong, just watch me. Full power, get louder. I'ma get strong, just watch me. Every hour, no doubter. Gonna hear my song, just watch me. Every hour, no doubter. I can run this town. Somebody give me the key. I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. No more doubt about me. I can run this town. Don't you know I got the
Get up on your feet, this is a shakedown. Order up that beat just like it's takeout. Show me you got soul inside those new shoes. And you can rock and roll with an attitude. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. You're the new MC, you got the remix. Keep it on repeat, just let the beat kick. Everywhere you go, you bring the roof down. Everybody knows you got your own sound. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Yeah, you like it, the way you like it. Oh, yeah, you like it, the way you like it now. Yeah, you like it, the way you like it. Oh, so good, so fresh. Get up on your feet. Show me you got soul. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Get up on your feet, this is a shakedown.
Sometimes you gotta pray for a victory. Yeah, I'm overzealous when I'm thinking about the cash flow. I never had no handouts, just came natural. I've been tested so much, all these restless nights, all these different situations that I've been through. I seen pain trying to creep in through the window, but now I'm sliding through the hood in a benzo. You gotta separate yourself just to elevate. I keep some drink in my cup to see through the hate. Sometimes on the road to glory, you gotta press the brakes. I got a lesson plan for all my past mistakes. I swear I'm proud of all my best and my worst days. Proud of all my feet when I touch the ground. Front of ain't in Beijing, man, ain't know the sound. I know I made mistakes, but my mama proud. Fans scream my lyrics out in the background. They ain't know me then, but I'm hot now. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. Life down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. I'm faced with a lot of different choices these days. Do a rock and roll, Lex account a blue face. The whole world know my name off a mixtape. I still got the same brother since 6th grade. G-Wagon red seats, we on Biscayne. Trips to the Florida Keys, we imported these. Thanking God for the life he afforded me. All this jewelry on my body, acting like the hood. I need a brown skinned chick just like Megan Good. Holding up every promise that I ever made. Music in the background, it's a serenade. Been rapping 10 years, boy, this ain't a phase. I paid dues, paid rent, and I stayed the same. I had teardrops running down my face. I've been through a lot, I had real pain. But thank God, cause we really on a better days. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. What's a life without sacrifice? Sometimes you gotta thank God and just roll the dice. Pacino.
I'll keep going till my feet become blown. I'll keep going till my feet become blown. I'll keep going till my feet become blown. I'll keep going till my till my speaker calm. I'll keep going till my speaker calm low. 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 Till my speaker calm. I'll keep going till my speaker calm low. I'll keep going till my speaker calm low. I'll keep going till my speaker calm low. I'll keep going till my speaker calm low.
Good evening, welcome on into ESL Challenger League Season 51. It is the Oceania Cup number 1, of course. Day number 1 of the broadcast, but not day number 1 of the tournament itself. But it will be a couple of familiar voices, myself and Pilski, to take you through the action today. We are a little bit delayed in getting underway, Pilski. That is pretty standard fare for Counter-Strike Online these days, so no real surprises. Happened to us yesterday on Asia. It'll probably happen to us again today on Asia. So, you know, it is what it is.
True. Mate, it's 9:26. It's Oceanic Counter-Strike in the big 2026. I could not be more excited for this match. I got a lower bracket game in Cup number 1 of Oceania between Ground Zero and Mindfreak. Thunder Down Under's already sitting there in the grand final. We've already played out most of the bracket. And now we're just playing for this cheeky little prize pool here and a handful of VRS, a few shekels for the lads.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how it works as far as the VRS implications are exactly concerned. I haven't done the calculations, but this could be a galaxy brain move from Ground Zero to get another game under their belt, because they did lose in that upper bracket final to Thunder Down Under, but it does give them the opportunity to have another crack at Mindfreak here and potentially gain themselves a couple more VRS points before playing that grand final again against Thunder Down Under. These are the kinds of things you have to think about, Pilski. That's the big brain energy that I'm bringing to the show today. But yeah, I think it's an interesting matchup. You know, we've got that Ground Zero Mindfreak rivalry that's been developing quite dramatically over the last 6 months or so. I will say I think Ground Zero have definitely had the better of it, but there's definitely been moments where Mindfreak have given them a run for their money. Even like we saw in that last matchup in ESL Challenger League this season, they were able to take themselves a map, so it's not impossible to believe that they might be able to do so again tonight. And the news coming through as well that PZ is out for the evening, and Your Wombat's going to come in for Ground Zero, potentially weakens this roster. Look, I think Your Wombat is a pretty good sub to have. He's very familiar with a lot of these players. He's played with a lot of these guys throughout his career in the past, so should slot in pretty fine. And he's usually pretty handy, even despite not, you know, picking up the game at a competitive level all that often these days. So I don't think they'll do too poorly, but it is going to be a factor, and I guess we'll see if maybe Mindfreak can take this opportunity and run with it.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I don't know where PZ's gone. He was playing this game like 10 minutes ago, but apparently could not make it to the second series. Maybe he's got a hard out time of, you know, once it's about 9:15, it's time to hit the hay. You know, everybody needs their 8 hours and all that. So you can see just literally, 10 minutes ago, they were able to be underground there. And as aforementioned, did get knocked down into the lower bracket by Thunder Down Under earlier in this tournament, who took a while to get warmed up, but now they're starting to get going. They're looking scarier and scarier as time goes on.
Yeah, 100%. And I think really at this point in time, it's kind of hard to imagine that there will be any teams that are going to be able to challenge Thunder Down Under in that grand final. But one of the teams that has given them trouble in the past, and this was going back to last year, was Ground Zero. So I think if anyone's going to do it, we probably do need to see Ground Zero through to that grand final. But that'll be something that Mindfreak are hoping will not be the case, as they are obviously coming into this lower bracket final looking to have another shot, obviously, at Thunder Down Under as well. You know, we've got, I think, a rotating door of Mindfreak of late, right? I think the biggest conversation point really is that Tux has, you know, taken a step away from Mindfreak. I believe he's in the coaching role now for this lineup, rather than being an active player. So, you know, he's been someone obviously that's been kind of like leading that project, I suppose, for, you know, it feels like the better part of maybe a couple of years at this point. It's certainly been quite a while. So for him stepping away, at least from being an active player, that's definitely a consideration for this Mindfreak lineup. Texter's back in again. He was in and out for a little while. Crunchy the same. Slimy's obviously made that move and kind of found a home here in Mindfreak after departure from Rooster. So it's not as if you've got a bad cohort of players here in the Mindfreak lineup, but it almost feels like, dare I say, maybe some of the leftovers, if that makes sense. You know, they've kind of found their home together, and they're kind of, again, like, I think really trying to rebuild the identity again of Mindfreak from previously being a Tux-led team to now what is this team going to end up being with, you know, some older heads in Slimy and Crunchy and Texter, and then obviously Zune and DPR kind of still trying to, I think, make some inroads and really mark themselves as top players within the oceanic space, to maybe rival some of the careers that we've seen from other players in this matchup. Regardless of that, Vito coming out here, we get the Anubis, we get the Nuke, and then we get the Mirage. So again, the Mirage and the Nuke are maps that we've seen quite a bit between these two teams of late, but Anubis, an interesting pick there for Ground Zero, getting that one through this time.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's interesting to choose that. Mindfreak, I mean, the same first bans as when these two teams played each other earlier in the tournament. The change is obviously the Anubis pick for Ground Zero having recently come back into the map pool. Nuke pick from Mindfreak is the same. And the interesting, between the choice of the last two maps, Inferno and Mirage, Mindfreak, after winning Inferno last time around and losing Mirage, opt to pick Mirage. So maybe they've got a bit better of a read this time around. Maybe they feel like PC was instrumental in that map or something. Or maybe they're just kind of shuffling things around and seeing if they can have a little bit of a different look into the series this time around, because it was Ground Zero's pick Inferno last time, and Mindfreak was able to pick it up off of them. So maybe, you know, feeling the confidence from their opponents to pick the map as their first pick in the series last time, although this time it will change to Anubis. They just want to take that comfort away from them and play things on maybe a bit more of a decided middle ground that both of these teams went to last time. Yeah, we'll see how things shape up, because Mindfreak did lose the series last time around earlier on in this competition. That was when PC was playing. So look, a little bit of a different roster, maybe a weakened roster this time around for Ground Zero. And we'll get into the game and we'll see how it goes.
Indeed, indeed. Let's jump on in. It is map number 1, and it is Ground Zero and Mindfreak that'll be going head to head. And looks like it's Ground Zero that are going to be kicking things off on the CT side here. Mindfreak just setting themselves up for a quick and dirty B hit. There'll be a little bit of util toss over the top of smoke to try and make that progression a little bit easier. But multiple CT members here is going to make it a tough ask. Omicella and Damio striking early on in the piece, and giving themselves quite an easy start to the map by the looks of things here. Is Ground Zero a 2v5 now to play out.
Up to really Texter and the rest of the last surviving players. Slimy on Mindfreak. Bombs dropped right in the open, and it seems like Ground Zero just playing off that contact. They're waiting for someone to actually push past the archers. And, you know, still having a little bit of a peek around, see if Texter's hanging around. He's barely clinging to life. It's probably got to be Slimy to get the majority of the work done, but it's a pretty big task to turn this 2v5 around.
Yep, well, it'll be a 1v5 now, and Apoc Dart finishes it nicely onto Slimy. Not exactly too enthusiastic of a start there from Mindfreak, but it happens. You're going to have to pick themselves up and see if they can get anything done. But without having gotten that bomb plant down, not really too many options here. You can see actually on this side as well that Tux is in the server in that coach slot. So, you know, I guess I was wondering, is he actually coaching, or is it just he's moved off from the team and he's still kind of like on the roster, quote unquote, as a coach, but he's not actually there doing anything? I mean, that seems like if he's in the server tonight, he must be having a pretty active hand still in how this team is running. So hopefully that will help them out this evening. Yeah,
would totally agree. I mean, you know, Texter, another very experienced player, but age-wise comparatively, I mean, he's only 24. He could still play for a good number of years. Tux is in his late 20s, so, I mean, you could see why he was still kind of, you know, having a look as an active player. Flash from Wombat, sending Omicella out B main, spotting out a player just kind of sitting in a default stance. It's not going to be too surprising to the CTs. They're just not looking to really take any risks in this anti-eco, and you can see Mindfreak just creeping up towards a main. They want to just see, best case, if they can get the bomb down and maybe try to take a gun or two.
All right, little creep forward here. And it's going to be Vision that'll be tested this time. Nice and easy for him. And with that swing coming through from Apoc Dud's MP9, it will be a bit of a farm fest again for Ground Zero. Not a single frag in that round, not a single frag in the first 2 rounds, actually, for Mindfreak. So it's about as bad of a start as you could possibly have to a series. And now that they've got the guns in hand, they'll be hoping that changes up.
Yeah, Ground Zero, I mean, they have kind of set the task to Mindfreak to show what they've got on Anubis, having only recently played this series previously a couple of days ago, and funnily enough, after winning that last series, they have teed up another game against Mindfreak in CCT, I believe it is. So these are two teams that are going to be playing each other a lot at the moment. You already kind of touted it as a rivalry, and it seems like Ground Zero is already trying to test the preparedness and the map pool of Mindfreak by throwing out this Anubis pick. And so far, it's working out well for them, but look, give benefit of the doubt. T-side on Anubis is usually pretty good, although I've heard that might change a little bit with the recent kind of changes to the map. Wait and see, I guess.
A little bit more territory being taken this round by Ground Zero. And a much more passive defense in the previous on the A side, but just trying to take a bit of space there on A long, disrupt the plans of the T side. About a minute left on the clock, though. It's not really going to be too much of a concern for Mindfreak. They've actually got Texter on this lurk out mid quite nicely, so very well set up for an A split with just the two defenders over there for Ground Zero. This could end up being pretty awkward.
Ooh, push forward from Apoc that was decently timed. If he chipped down the numbers before this mid to A split actually came in, could have been in a better position, but as it stands, this push is looking pretty decent for Mindfreak here, Jordan.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see how things go with this push in from Cams. Timing is perfect for DPI. Fokdud was tossing some util. Just holds that spray down, and it is going to result in a couple of trades for Ground Zero, but short of Damio getting a clean entry here onto Slimy, nothing's really going to be happening. Feels like Ground Zero kind of got themselves into all sorts of problems there in terms of the map control. They just lost way too much territory way too early in the round.
Wombat looking for damage or a clutch. There's a kit to his right, but he's walking into a pretty hard crossfire, and Slimy's ready to swing. Oh, sorry, it's Crunchy's ready to swing off the contact. Slimy goes down. The peak is preempted, but not ready for Zune on the low ground, so a early gun round picked up there by Mindfreak despite taking some losses, and I totally agree with you. It just felt like Mindfreak was allowed to walk up mid for free, walk into A main pretty much for free, and just got really, really good forward positioning to kick off an A split that the CTs just couldn't really hold. They didn't have any util left over on that A side of the map, and it's not like they had a, unfair stack or any kind of crazy crossfire, so they just kind of got peeled apart.
See how they change the approach this time. Still going to be enough to afford a buy. Apoc Dud going to be the one to be taking the AWP in PZ's absence.
Yeah, can be pretty trusty with it. Oh, nice shot from Slimy. So maybe not as sharp as he would have wanted to be. Flash out onto the line. I thought it was going to activate Damio, but he stays tucked in the corner for now.
Damio wants to have a crack as well. At times, he's also been someone that's been quite handy with the AWP.
Just got a promotion. Crunchy held back by the A main smoke, but I don't think he's too perturbed about it. They've got the man advantage, Mindfreak, and once again, it feels like they're just being allowed to basically take as much of the map as they want. Got one player sitting in E-box now quite comfortably, so they can pivot back to B if they want to. If they do go towards A, though, there's a pretty nice stack here for Ground Zero. Almost kind of looks Parry Vision-esque. Stacking one side of the map. Push from Vision finds its mark as well, and the bomb hanging around for maybe a little bit longer than you would have wanted it to, but it's not going to end up biting Mindfreak as they're going to kick off this B, execute, and find their way into the weak side.
Yeah, really just hedging your bets there if you're Ground Zero. That's a nice pickup, though, onto Slimy. All of a sudden, back to a 4-on-3 in a round which, maybe doesn't necessarily hugely favor Ground Zero, is at least starting to trend in that direction. Two players in through the E-box fight. Both go down to Texter. All right, never mind that conversation. Cheeky timing from Omichella does catch DPR, so there's potentially still a round on here for Ground Zero if they want to go for it, but I imagine they're still kind of wondering whether or not they should. That molly didn't land at Smark, but Omichella doesn't care anyway. He'll take the fight, and he's aware that Texter was last seen at Connector. Damio needs to hit this shot. He knows that Texter's on the right side, but that's a very tough angle to clear with the AWP, especially with the time available to him. So Texter, not making the mistake, is going to confirm the round. Will go the way of Mindfreak.
Damio gets away with the AWP, but that's where the good news ends. 2K on all of these players. Mindfreak has battered that CT economy and won their T-side gun rounds cleanly enough to be able to get a pretty nice buy on in here. So let's see what the approach is going to be for Ground Zero in response. Could go for a pistol force of some MP9s around the AWP or just take the single save. It seems like it'll be the latter. So all eyes on Damio to get some early impact here if they're going to get anything done at all.
Another crack at the B bomb site by the looks of things here for Mindfreak. Do have the AWP on this site for Ground Zero, so there is going to be some semblance of a defense. It'll come down to whether or not Damio hits his shots, and immediately he's taken out of the picture, so unlikely that this site is going to be held now by Ground Zero. USPs, though, doing some damage. I don't think that AWP's going to be retrievable. I'm pretty sure it was dropped on plat. But Galil has gone into the hands of one of those Ground Zero players. It is your Wombat that's got his mitts on it. Zune low on HP with the MAC-10 might actually be a free pickup here, and that rotation coming through to the A site now. This round has got a lot of layers to it.
Yeah, pivot back through water's gone quite nicely. That's going to be a nice open site for Mindfreak. Zune has kind of just been left behind, honestly, as a bit of a distraction. If anything, he's just tucked himself into E-box to try to control the rotations here and confirm that there's still CT sitting around on the other side of the map. And in fact, he will go unchecked, it looks like here, which means he may have a chance to drop the AWP. Spotted out in E-box, though. Apok well aware. Over on the other side of the map, though, Wombat, that's a big pick with the Galil. There's only one player ready to defend the bomb for the time being until Zune gets back through water.
Time's going to be a problem, though, for Ground Zero. They don't have a defuse kit, so they are going to have to move pretty quickly here, and if Slimy's going to be good for 1 or 2, then that might just be round done and dusted. Your Wombat looking for that defuse. He's going to have to back his teammates to help him out here. Vision has to hit this shot, and he does, but he's only got an AWP. He can't hold for 2.
Oh.
He gets both the connections, one of which was a no-scope from that far away. A no-scope wallbang headshot onto Zune is not going to be enough to save the round. Would have loved to have seen that from Vision's POV, but in the end, it's not going to really matter. Mindfreak get themselves another round.
And TNT. See if we are going to get it. I mean, that round was just all over the place. Mindfreak really made to work for that. Oh, dear God. Double wallbang headshot. One of them a no-scope. If you saw that in the MM game, that's an Insta report. Not going to lie. Both teams, though, do have enough money to get a buy together, but both quite battered financially. So round 6 going to be a very important one here.
Ground Zero going to try something a little bit different. A bit of aggression out from them here on A-Long. But spotted out by the default. Slimy does drop. Oh, Damio in through mid, and maybe having dropped down is going to make the difference. Not sure where he came from. Did he come from E-box or did he drop down from mid? Either way, he was able to catch Mindfreak off guard, and that's something that Ground Zero will be quite happy with because they've now got that bomb control. It feels like finally they have a round where they can look to try to stabilize this half.
Yeah, I mean, they need to keep 3 or 4 guns up here, though. They're in a very strong position here, so they can't allow Mindfreak to kind of pry their way back into this game. It's been a bit of a weird one. DPR spotting out the barrel, well aware of Apokdad's position here. And that molly out will probably secure his fate. He does have a smoke to actually keep himself alive, so pretty heads-up play to just drop that. Nade blows it wide open, though, exposing him.
Oh.
And actually, Omichella cleaned up as well. So once again, this is a pretty straightforward round that is getting a little bit hectic now.
Vision's going to be flashed out onto the line, able to cross to stairs. Bomb's still going to be a tough one to retrieve, and a grenade here for Vision might actually be enough to finish off DPR. Your Wombat gets there first with the AWP. Everybody gets a turn with the AWP today for Ground Zero. Just like every MM game, isn't it? Techstar has got the bomb, and I'm not sure he's going to be given the chance to actually plant it. Your Wombat up into heaven. Just watching and waiting with the AWP. Techstar making no secrets about where he's headed. He had to go quick. So 3-3 will be the score. A bit of a recovery there from Ground Zero, but not as clean as it could have been.
You'll definitely get a force here from Mindfreak. They are hard reset. 1,400 apiece. Which, look, given the fact that that round comes down to only 2 players surviving on the CT side, you definitely need to be well aware of this. Initial waves of util have got to be well placed. They can't get hit by a Tech 9 timing, or they are going to be really hurting on this CT side. Just need a nice, clean anti-force. Looks like B is going to be the point of contest for Mindfreak. See if they can hit the timing they're looking for.
Doesn't look like they have. Omichella, nice couple of clean kills to start things off. Not able to land the third there for himself. Damio also good for 2, but Zune is as well. So hold on a minute. Let's see if Zune can pull off something pretty special here in the 2v1. Zune got a Tech 9 to work with. Can still get it done, but no headshots. And it'll be your Wombat with the USP to close it.
Just ran him down. Kept things simple. But again, only 2 players surviving. Good news is, even with the bomb plant, the loss bonus is so woeful for the side of Mindfreak that they can't try to buy and capitalize off of that. At least the bomb plant will afford them a little bit more investment, and that's where they just need to keep the press on and take another couple guns away, or maybe once again just try to find a nice Tech 9 timing, and then we could still have a game on our hands where they get that juicy reset that they've been hunting. But if Ground Zero get a chance to stabilize here, then this half's going to get a whole lot harder for the T's.
Damio, again, trying to change the game up a little bit on this CT side with a very quick push out from B. All the information going over to Ground Zero as a result of that will have them moving multiple members in the direction of mid, ready to receive the push. There's just Zune now in the 1v4.
Oh, takes a big chunk out of that player on pillar side. Being given a lot of respect. Once again, the bomb is dropped. He's well aware he's got vision dead to rights. Unfortunately, vision is exactly what he lacked there. And that's going to allow the CT to slip away. A minute to try to put this clutch together, or even just take another couple of guns away. There's 2 players that are barely clinging to life on the side of Ground Zero, but both of them are playing pretty defensively. It's both going to be Damio and Wombat to try to take this contact first. The ult posted up on spawn side, so about as safe as you could play it here for Ground Zero.
He's not really up to much, is he? He's just hoping for a mistake, but it's not going to be given. I'm smoking for cams as well.
You definitely want to go for damage here.
How though? You're going to have to walk through this smoke. Doesn't look like he's going to go for it. 10 seconds. The time has passed to make the decision to try and have a crack here for damage. So, more than likely at this point now, he's kind of hoping that he just gets away with his life. Will be a 5th up on the board though for Ground Zero. The CT side building nicely.
I'm surprised he doesn't have a crack at that, honestly. I think even if he just tries to go 1-for-1, like, his life is less valuable than the CT keeping the gun, because he's going to buy an AK next round anyway. Not much more value to be holding on to an A1S. But it's not much of a muchness. Regardless, Ground Zero, they get the stability that they were looking for. You can see they got 2+ K on all of these players now, so I think it's going to be a little bit cleaner for them going forward. Mindfreak going to have a little bit more work to do here, work their way into this half, not only in terms of the economy, but also just the initial util. Even the rugs, they're not being allowed out into water. And Ground Zero have been keeping them on their toes with a couple of cheeky little pushes here and there.
No connections to open up this round. Another reserved setup from Mindfreak.
I mean, I think they're just anticipating some more of the same aggression they've already seen. But as you said, very, very kind of static setup from the CTs. Same can be said for the Ts. Although, to be fair, Crunchy's got a fair bit of space in A main. And it seems like they just want to, again, try to set up that mid to A push, but they're not even allowed to do it. Aggression from Apoc does get traded down.
Crunchy. He's got multiple members looking in his direction, but doesn't seem too concerned about that as he takes the head off of your Wombat. And now it will be Vision that is just using that box for cover. Gets themselves the double at least to keep this round alive from Ground Zero. It's a good effort from him. Timing on the fight from Elmicello is a good one. Bomb plant still going down at that moment. So Crunchy isolated in the 1v1, falling, and Damio gets the trade on Slimy. 6-3, Ground Zero nab another. It's an expensive round, but, you know, I think on the CET side of Anubis, you just take what you can get, really.
Yeah. AWP does get retained, but this is where, with the bomb plants and the loss bonus, you know, you're not going to have all the bells and whistles, but you have the potential to keep buying on through this. I think they've got to win the next 2 in a row, though, if they want a chance at any kind of reset window here. You can see this game is really neck and neck. Like, a lot of these rounds, even the rounds that should be a little bit more cut and dry, Mindfreak's putting in a lot of press, even if they are losing the majority.
Well, at a certain point, it doesn't really matter how many times you get the round close. You have to start winning some. Here's another aggressive move from Ground Zero. Damio has gotten under the eye line of Crunchy, who you'd imagine will be pretty aware of that possibility. Vision also kind of keeping an eye on things. I think everybody's aware of what's happening here. No secrets, really. 3 players outside of A right now for Ground Zero is a pretty good setup. Crunchy dislodges Vision. Still 2 more players here, though. And he'll see that smoke from Apoctad, which would, I think, make him wonder whether or not there actually is another player pushed forward here, because you wouldn't normally have 3 players on A, but with a push like this one, Damio could be that X factor, that surprise factor that makes the difference. It may not end up coming into play because Mindfreak have gone there every which way.
Yeah, they want nothing to do with water. They're just going to let Ground Zero have it and shove straight up the guts. 3 players in the middle of the map. Bomb is kind of lagging behind, and this is going to be a cheeky little boost here. Damio could cut the bomb off before it meets up with the rest of Mindfreak, but Slimy was ready for it. Really heads-up play for him to take out Damio there. Next contact on Heaven's side, Omicella dealt with, so that's a wide-open A side for Mindfreak.
Oh, no better time than now to start putting some rounds on the board, but just kind of given Ground Zero a little bit of breathing room economically, that if these guns go through, which they should, Ground Zero's going to get another buy.
Mindfreak might be rocking up to the T side just in time. Although, I think with the 2 rifle save, if you're responsible enough with your economy here as Ground Zero, like if the next round doesn't start well, save enough rifles to keep things competitive. But should be a pretty close half. Mindfreak having a lot of success, just kind of playing quite passively and then taking the middle of the map and leveraging that to win a lot of these T-side gun rounds. Yeah, money's starting to get a little bit low now for Ground Zero, so this is the round where, you know, if it doesn't start well for you, you probably just got to tuck your tail and save as many rifles as you can. It's going to be a little bit of a quicker A timing this time around for Mindfreak. 2 players shoved into A main nice and early on.
A lot of you two are getting sent back and forth, but not a lot happening elsewise. Oh, that's some nice spam from Vision. It'll help Ground Zero in this round. Up 4 on 5 now.
Yeah, you don't really want to go for a spam battle with an A1S. Flash does get juggled. Kind of wondering if they want to go for a little bit more here on as the CTs.
Re-aggression from Ground Zero might have been ill-advised. It's going to be an awkward spot for Vision. Stuck in the 2-on-1. Don't know if they necessarily needed to do that with the player advantage that they had. Has blown up in their face. Damio's going to come sliding back on the line to just pick up that A hold.
He's still got a full belt to util, so he's going to be able to block this push for the time being. The other side of the map, though, the E-box push spotted out by the T's. Wombat barely clinging to life, almost slides back out onto the line on good timing, but through the middle of the map, DPR's found an excellent spot. Re-aggression on the E-box side. Wombat needs to really kind of do it all for ground zero here, and thus far continues to deliver, but that's the timing he wasn't ready for. Slimy cleans him up, and the plant will go down on B. Damion's going to go for this.
It's not unwinnable for him. Bit of an unorthodox angle for DPR, though. He's going to catch him off.
Oh, look at the money.
Yeah, not a great spot for ground zero.
That's what I was saying. Like, you just needed those 2 gun rounds at the end of the half, and those were the ones that Mindfreak won. Break the money of ground zero despite the good position that they put themselves in. So they've earned themselves a much easier round 12 here and a chance at a 6-6.
Maybe ground zero can conjure something from nothing. Never know. MP9's Deagles can still get the job done. Not too much of a change-up in terms of the approach from Mindfreak, knowing that they're up against a weaker buy, though. They'll just take it slow at the start of the round again.
I mean, ground zero's already shown aggressive tendencies for the majority of this half, so no reason to give them anything in the early round, really. At the same time, though, especially against a weaker buy, need to make sure that you have a really clean mid to late round, because the incentive to stack for ground zero is definitely greater in a round like this. Good news is Mindfreak has guessed correctly. It is a massive B stack on the cards right now for ground zero. Just one player in A main.
Vision down early on in the piece. There's going to be problems for ground zero. We'll send a couple of CTs scurrying into the A site. Omichella dislodged from his position by that Molotov, and well, that is going to be that 6-6 at the end of the half. Leaves it potentially going either way. We'll see how things play out after the break.
Sometimes you gotta pray for a victory. Yeah, I'm overzealous when I'm thinking about the cash flow. I never had no handouts, just came natural. I've been tested so much, all these wrestlers nice. All these different situations that I've been through. I seen pain trying to creep in through the window, but now I'm sliding through the hood in a benzo. You gotta separate yourself just to elevate. I keep some drink in my cup to see through the hate. Sometimes on the road to glory, you gotta press the brakes. I got a lesson plan for all my past mistakes. I swear I'm proud of all my best and my worst days. Proud of all my feet when I touch the ground. Front of A to Beijing, man, they know the sound. I know I made mistakes, but my mama proud. Fans scream my lyrics out in the background. They ain't know me then, but I'm hot now. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. Life down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back, just to live his life. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live his life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live his life. I'm faced with a lot of different choices these days. Do a rock and roll Lex account or blue face. The whole world know my name off a mixtape. I still got the same brothers since 6th grade. G-Wagon red seats, we on Biscayne. Trips to the Florida Keys, we imported these. Thanking God for the life he afforded me. All this jewelry on my body, I can light the hood.
Alrighty, welcome back on in. It is the second half here between Ground Zero and Mindfreak. And Pilski, I feel like we could have just not watched the first half. You know, the score's 6-6. Everything's even. It's all good. Why even watch it? Why even play it? Let's just start the second half and call that the game. And we'll start from 0-0. And it can be a first to 7. What do you think?
Yeah, I rate that. Maybe we just play like 6 rounds CT, 6 rounds T side. I mean, maybe the CT's playing a little bit of T side there. Oh my god, we've got a HUD DPR. I know who it is. It's a huge B stack. There's bloody 10 people on the map, Jordan. Jesus, man.
It's going to be an all-out brawl, and that's what we want to see. The Glock train rolling in hot, but importantly, DPR starting with those first 2 frags. Stops it really before it gets going. That is a perfect kickoff to the second half for Mindfreak.
That is efficient. Damn. Just a big 5 stack on B there from Mindfreak. Did they do a bridge push? Like, how come they had 3 players in E-box bloody 10 seconds into the round? It's just insanity. All over that one. A glorious start to the CT side. And look, the T's with no bomb plant. Just got to kind of do what they can here with the Glocks. It is Glock Train V2.
I don't know if Glock Train V2 is going to go any better than Glock Train V1.
What would it be called? Be like something about Glocktober.
Glocktober?
You know? Glocktober. It's Glocktober. Maybe not.
It's Glock o'clock.
Yeah. Look, it's a working title.
7
X
o'clock?
has got himself 3... 7 o'clock? 10 o'clock?
Well, they were looking for 7 rounds, you know.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
That's a good one. I should
do the
use that
gun
next
round,
time.
shall we?
If we see a Glock round win, I reckon that's a good shout. Can you imagine?
Write that down in your little notebook.
I'll write that one down
lines.
for the next time I see
Yep.
a full Glock Eco win.
Yep.
So catch
Good
me
on
in
ya.
5 years using that line.
Don't see it too often these days. If it was going to happen anywhere, though, it would happen in Oceania. And so would 4 people walking through a smoke at Texter. He wasn't ready. He didn't deserve for wrecked, but he was wrecked nonetheless. And here we go, the rest of Ground Zero. Storming their way into middle as well. Zoom not much more ready for it. And all alone is Slimy. He gets rolled just as quickly. That was probably the easiest couple of entries you've ever seen in your life. That is exactly how you want your first T-side gun round to start as Ground Zero.
Yes, indeed. Very solid stuff. Well, get another 45 seconds of this.
It's our favorite. Oh, man. Don't we? I love that Anubis is back.
I mean, I
It's
take this over
different
Inferno.
now.
Like, this is like watching Inferno, but it's different colors, you know? So,
It's worse colors. This is just less interesting to look at.
you reckon? I actually like it. Do you remember, did you ever play Team Fortress 2?
Yeah.
There used to be a map on Team Fortress 2. It was called Egypt. And it was the same, obviously, like, very, like, Egyptian architecture and whatnot. And that used to always be my favorite map to play. There was the server that was just 24/7 Egypt. It was only Egypt over and over and over again. Great map. And so it reminds me of that. So maybe that's why I like it.
Maybe. What class were you playing, bud?
I mean, back then I was sort of playing a bit of everything actually on Egypt, but I think I was Mostly playing engineer with the gunslinger. You know, the little mini turret. And he was pretty goated with the mini turret. I wasn't one of those engineers that sat at the back of the map and repaired my turret in a corner. No.
Yeah, you're basically just doing the same thing in 2026 on Rust.
Yeah. Basically,
Not much has changed for you. You know,
just build auto turrets outside people's bases. You know, like what's not to love?
well, gonna need to be seeing a little bit more turreting on the CT side for Mindfreak, because that first gun round was not looking much like a gunslinger. It's looking like the default NG turret, and there was not old mate with a wrench behind it, ready to shore things up. Once again, Ground Zero shoving their way through the middle of the map, making no secrets about what their intentions are. And look, we've got a couple tabs open, but it seems like we've got the strat book, and it is going to be a mid to B after a little bit of A pressure here.
Yeah, it's good to see you keeping tabs on things there, Filski. Just making sure everything's in order. You're right, though, in saying that... Well, this is looking like it should be a very nice B split again here for Ground Zero, having set themselves up with some good map control. Smokes are coming across now. One for Temple, one for CT. Molly into E-Box. It's not going to delay long enough. DPR's very much under pressure now, especially with that Molly landing at his feet. He's going to continue to try to delay with that util, and he's done a good job of that, but the frags are what's needed, and he gets himself one. Vision helps out with a team kill. It still might not be enough. E-Box dirty, though, and it seems nobody's aware of that. Nobody's watching it. It was problematic for a second. Vision got back to safety in B main, and somehow Ground Zero have actually got themselves a 3-on-3 post plan here.
Molly to E-Box, very well timed, but it's tentative. CT's just held behind the Molly for now. Flashes flying through from spawn side. Zune able to deal with Apoc Dart, even though he was the receiver of the swing. It's just down to Vision. Only 6 HP to his name, and the CT's now starting to tap that bomb. In fact, fully diffused there, held with Zune holding the line for Techstar. Nice teamwork there on the retake. Mindfreak with a really, really fast flood through E-Box there.
It's got to be getting a little bit scary now for Ground Zero. You know, you lose this map. You're going into Mindfreak's pick of Nuke next, and you know, granted, Ground Zero have generally been able to get the better of Mindfreak on Nuke in the last couple of meetings. You know, it's not to say that they've been super convincing victories across the board. I mean, the last matchup was, you know, 13-8. Okay, that's fine. But previous to that, 16-14, they beat Mindfreak on Nuke. So, you know, kind of looking at this as a potential map upset for Mindfreak kind of opens up the door for Mindfreak to grab themselves their first win over Ground Zero this year.
Ooh, cheeky progression smoke there. They're going to bust straight out of it. The CT's caught fully blind. DPR very low, clinging to life on backside. Damio gets cleaned up in the background. I'm surprised he was able to take one more with him. Gives Mindfreak a better chance at winning this round, but the T's going to take matters into their own hands, pushing all the way into where they buy guns. I don't know that Crunchy is going to be ready for this, and surely that's the pivot towards A. Really, really nice mid-rounding there for Ground Zero, and Texter's got to get on his horse back over to A main.
He might almost beat them here, actually. He's going to be there in time to pose some kind of a defense. He's actually just going to smoke it out and, you know, threaten the possibility that he'll lurk up there onto Waterfall. Not going to end up happening. He's forced back by the Molotov, so the timing does in the end work out for Ground Zero, but Texter, eager for this duel, will be kind of beaten to the punch by Your Wombat. Now tagged down quite low. It's really all on Zune. He needs to find a way to have an impact here, and he needs to do it quickly. It doesn't look like it's going to happen quickly enough, though, for Texter at the very least. So A main control will go the way of Ground Zero. Bomb's not really planted for them, though. Zune, oh, if he would have sat that defuse, he'd have won the round.
Oh, yeah. I don't know that he knew, though. Maybe he thought there was a wraparound. I mean, he knew they double pushed main. 100% could have sat it. Maybe fearful of a molly, but even then, he had full util. He could have smoked out a molly. I don't know that there was much that they could have done there. Like, I love the molly with the nade follow-up. And then maybe, you know, if you're going to tap it, hold for a second to see if someone's going to run through the molly. But if they don't, 100%, you could have just sat it. Not to be, though. And as a result, you see the effects of that on Mindfreak's economy. Aggression from Slimy diving straight into water. The CT's just wanted to get in the mix ASAP because they've got no util behind this fight. Texter cleaned up as well. More swings coming through. Crunchy's out bloody A main. And all of a sudden, we're in a 2-on-2. There's spaghetti everywhere in the water. It's swimming around. Absolute mess.
Well, there's a lot of analogies going down in that one. More swings than a playground. Spaghetti. Your Wombat's been turned into spaghetti, apparently, there as well. Just not expecting Zune goblining on the site.
He was just crouched there.
Yeah.
What can Apoc not do? You know, we have such fond memories of this player for falling in fountains and things like that. Can he 1v2 here, Jordan? This might be the moment of his career if you think about it. Nope.
I did think about it, but I wasn't convinced.
Unlucky. And look, as a result of that, ground zero, they are brokies. 2k on all the boys. They did not have the money to recover from losing to that force bite. And now they're in a bit of a pickle, if I do say so myself. It's actually Mindfreak to take a timeout here. Wanting to just kind of get everyone's head screwed on, right? Let's not lose to pistols. Let's get the CT economy nice and clean. Although the tactical timeout thing on the HUD is above ground zero. Now I'm second guessing myself. But the sand in the hourglass is blue. So what do we make of this?
I think it's a Mindfreak tac timeout. I reckon that tac timeout thing comes up on the left regardless of who does the timeout. That would be my guess.
That's a bit of feedback. We'll put it on the right. Maybe it'll come up through the bottom and like fly around. You do like some MS PowerPoint effects and land above the team. That'd be sick.
Interesting concept. Send it to the designers and see what they have to say. Important round.
Design is my passion.
I'm sure it is. But big round here for Mindfreak. Obviously, you know, if you lose this, you just allow ground zero right back into the conversation. But a clean win here sets you up for success. It'll recover the economy a little bit. You know, you've got that 3-round buffer as well. It should be your map to lose. Little pop flash here for Apoc Dud. It's going to completely blind vision. So not living up to his name for a moment there, but still gets them into the site. Bomb plant's going to go down as well, and Texter has copped a bink. That'll be finished off by Damio. The rest of the fight's not quite going so well. It's just the Deagle striking, and he would need an ace now to close this out with his position known. It's not going to happen. It's 11 for Mindfreak. Starting to get a bit too close for comfort for ground zero, I think.
I mean, yeah. They are looking like they have very little room for error here. Bomb plant does help a little bit, right, though? They've got full util across the board as a result of at least getting that plant down. Mindfreak kind of allowing that just to try to maximize the amount of guns they're bringing into the next round. All right, all brought up on the T side, despite the fact that PZ's not present. There will be Wombat to take it. So just kind of trying to keep the rolls 1 for 1 to what they usually do here, ground zero. Orbs out for Zune as well. And he is really just throwing some supportive utility to try to set up Crunchy for a little bit of aggression here early on. Wombat's copped an HE nade to the noggin. Vision just around the corner, goes bink for bink, but the AK is a little stronger. If Zune goes down here, this round is probably just done, and indeed, it's a beautiful swing from Damio. Mindfreak so far out of position, they probably just consider saving the 3 rifles, honestly.
Yep. Yeah, still got a lot of time to put this map together, so no sense throwing it away right here. You can keep the economy nice and healthy with these 3 guns. That said, they're on their way to have a little bit of a look at this A site. So a cheeky kill or 2 right here would turn this round back on its head. The trouble is Texter's so far away. I don't think he's interested at all. So it's really on Slimy and DPR to make it interesting.
They're just kind of fishing for something, you know. The bomb didn't go down for ages, so they're just kind of sitting heaven. seeing if any of the guys on ground zero are going to over-aggress. Maybe they're aware that the money is still not good on the T side as well. So maybe hanging it around to see if they're given an extra kill or two. Try to make things a little bit more expensive, especially as you get towards the tail end of the game here. Like, every rifle is going to matter when the money is low on both sides here. I was hoping for a double AWP T side. I was. Double AWP T side without your primary AWPer playing. That would be something. Those are the kind of big game plays that someone like Apoc Dud would come up with.
Yeah. No, I agree. It sounds like the kind of thing that Ground Zero would do.
Good stuff from Vision. It's good to see him land his way onto another lineup after his time on Semper Fight. Got himself some good experience over there and just kind of slotting himself into another pretty good team. This time it's in the middle. We are moving it around.
We're being trolled by the production team, I'm sure of it.
Oh, man. It's blue again. I'm going to assume another Mindfreak timeout.
It's truly giving me ANZ Champs vibes. We're so back. No is no. Remembers remember.
Yeah.
I remember. Type 1 in chat if you'd love ANZ Champs. ANZ Champs forever.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Look it up on YouTube in the break.
Mm.
You got 20 minutes of solid entertainment before the second map starts.
Man, will the second map start with Mindfreak having an advantage or not?
Yeah, we'll see. It's kind of hanging on a knife's edge right now. Like, both of these teams really could potentially just let this game go by the wayside. 2-round advantage for Mindfreak. Ground Zero is slightly better economy, having survived with 4 in the previous. Initial wave of util respected early on here by Ground Zero, and Apoc Dud. This is what we love to see him do. He's getting active in the middle of the map. Does his best work as an aggressive rifler. And he's taking a lot of space here.
Back and forth, aren't really doing too much damage, but Zune certainly solid forward. A nice double kill. Damio and Vision going down, and this might be the beginning of the end for Ground Zero on Anubis. Your Wombat will try to salvage it, but with Apoc Dud, the pincer strike having been taken out of the picture, this should be a pretty routine hold for Mindfreak. Ground Zero still a little bit tentative about even making this push. That molly out to heaven will give them a bit more confidence, but here's the swing from Slimy. A little bit of a longer spray down, but the job gets done anyway. 12-9 now, and Mindfreak on the precipice of taking map 1.
No bomb plant. I mean, they at least were able to survive with enough players to put some AKs together here, but lacking a little bit of util now. Chance to close this first map for Mindfreak, which was picked by Ground Zero. You know, this was the series that they won last time around. The map that they picked last time, which was Inferno, was won by Mindfreak as well. So, seeming like the map pick's kind of going against the teams picking them, which I guess could be expected when you do have two teams that just play each other all the time.
Patience of virtue for Ground Zero, apparently. Trying to draw out some of that that CT util, which has been successful to an extent, but there's just still so much of it. Going to have to take a risk somewhere, and that risk is going to be to dry walk over bridge.
I mean, the middle of the map has just been so barren for the majority of this game. You have Ormicello and Wombat kind of left behind outside of B main. There's the smoke to cams, which is going to, I guess, incentivize a mid to B. But if anything, they're really kind of just trying to bait out a reaction from the CTs before they actually commit. And as you mentioned, it's about as dry as possible. They're just dry contacting all the way through the middle of the map here, and they're going to wrap through B. Mindfreak repositioning pretty smartly into E-box here, just kind of tucking. Seeing if they could chip down the numbers before Ground Zero get in the sight.
It's an unorthodox hit on this side, isn't it? Texter behind this smoke could be pivotal. He gets only the one. Certainly had an opportunity for multiple. It might not quite be done here yet, but Slimy activating in E-Box for the double, and he might get it done on his own. Won't happen. Damio, chances of fake plant, has to go for it now, and that will give time for Zune to slowly but surely work his way into the site. Spots him out, easy kill. And that is going to be that. Map 1 will be in the back pocket for Mindfreak. It was a close affair. I mean, a 13-9 is certainly not a super clean victory, but it is one that Mindfreak will take nonetheless, knowing as well that they'll be going into their map pick next. It's got to be a good feeling that they might actually be able to get the upset here over Ground Zero tonight.
Yeah, that's definitely what you're thinking after that first map win, but I will say Mindfreak, they did win Inferno last time around, as mentioned, and then did get reverse swept by Ground Zero. Much better chance of taking out Ground Zero as well, because PC's not on the roster, and he's usually a pretty pivotal piece to Ground Zero, playing that primary org role, so could still really go either way, but there's only one way to find out the result of this match, and that's to get through the break and see how map 2 goes. So don't go too far, guys. We'll be back with the second map right after this.
my speaker tone blows. I'll keep going till my speaker tone blows. I'll keep going till my speaker tone blows. I'll keep going till my till my speaker tone. I'll keep going till my speaker tone blows. 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 Going till my speaker tone blows. I'll keep going till my speaker tone blows. I'll keep going till my speaker tone blows. I'll keep going till my till my speaker tone blows. I'll keep going 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 till my speaker tone blows.
The road to the top is a riddle. What will be my destiny? Money and fame are awaiting, but not enough is raining on me. Maybe I should give it all up. How much more can I take? Out here singing to the heavens. When I gonna get my break? I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh,
this is a shakedown. Order up that beat just like it's takeout. Show me you got soul inside those new shoes, and you can rock and roll with an attitude. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it.
Rightio, welcome back on in for map number 2. It is going to be Nuke here between Ground Zero and Mindfreak, and already we've seen, I think, a little bit of a question mark in this series that's been provided to us by Mindfreak. They win map 1, they take Ground Zero's map away, and all of a sudden we're starting to wonder, hey, is this an opportunity for Mindfreak to actually take a whole series off of Ground Zero? I think with all of the shenanigans that are happening, maybe that is possible, right? We're moving on to Mindfreak's map. Ground Zero playing with a stand-in. Does it feel possible to you, Pilski? Surely you have to say yes.
Yeah, I mean, this is the elimination match as well. You give yourself a chance at making it into the grand final against a team that you've lost to earlier in the tournament. You'll take everything that you can get. You're going onto your map pick. You should be feeling pretty confident you can get this one done. But in saying that, you did have Ground Zero win Nuke last time around and Mirage, so the two maps that we do have coming up are the same maps that they reverse swept Mindfreak on the last time, given they were playing with PZ though, so maybe that is enough to kind of move the needle and allow Mindfreak to actually get it done this time.
Yeah, I suppose we'll have to wait and see. I mean, look, it's generally been pretty close between these two teams on Nuke, and again, we've historically seen Mindfreak have really opted to go towards Nuke a lot. It is, I think, by far their most played map. Well, I guess maybe not by far. They've played it a little bit more than Mirage, but it certainly is their most played map, and they generally do have a pretty good track record against most teams in Oceania, the exception really being Thunder Down Under and Ground Zero. So if they could actually start to take the scalp of Ground Zero on this map of Nuke, I think that would really go a long way in sort of elevating them from what feels like, maybe that 4th place team, 4th, 5th place team, to actually starting to become a bit of a conversation point for a solid 4th and maybe into even a top 3, depending on what's going on with Semperfi. Are they here? Are Thunder Down Under obviously performing as well? Because it feels like at the moment within Oceania, you obviously have that kind of separation, right, between Semperfi and Thunder Down Under. They feel like the top 2 that are going to be kind of jostling for position. Rooster sort of obviously having fallen off with the roster changes happening there. And it kind of feels to me like Ground Zero and Mindfreak are the 2 that really seem to be fighting for 3rd place at the moment in the hierarchy of Oceania. And if Mindfreak can actually find a way to start to dislodge Ground Zero in some of these matches, then they'll be putting themselves in a pretty good spot, domestically at least. Let's see if it happens today, though, as we jump in onto Nuke, and it is Ground Zero that kick things off on the CT side.
Getting early contact towards door. Dexter looks like he was trying to make his way down into the vent or make something happen early on, but gets taken out of the picture pretty quickly, which kind of puts a standstill to this T side for Mindfreak. Sat around inside the lobby, poking around towards ramp room as well, though. Wombat is over there under a lot of pressure now. Mollied out, cleaned up by Zune, so that'll even up the numbers and put a little bit more pressure on the CT rotations. Contact straight out of Heart. Crunchy's been able to win that duel, and now these players kind of cowering away towards door have been able to hold their ground for now.
Oh, Slimy really needed help, and that's why DPR went flying up the ladder in heaven, but all of the duels going the way of Ground Zero. Slimy made the right play to just maintain control of that bomb, but unfortunately finds himself in the 1v3 now. Might still be able to nab a plan. He's going to be quick down towards B. You do have Damio on the pre-rotate down the vent, though, so he's going to have to win at least one duel in order to get that bomb plant down. He's not interested in going B. In the end, retrieving the USP and just going to have a crack at A. It's actually done a pretty good job of pulling the rotate from this A bomb site. If he dropped into site and planted behind the silo, he'd be able to get a plant now.
Yeah, let's see if he can slip down onto the site. Apoctar just giving him a lot of room to play with. There's no reason to kind of overcook it here. Maybe he'd want to run in to cancel the plant, but it's not even necessary. Slimy cleaned up before he can even really have any kind of opportunity, and that's a 3k in the pistol from Apoctar. He started off this map phenomenally.
That's what Ground Zero wants in order to just try to wrestle their way back into this series. Looked awkward to begin with. That entry out onto A started to raise some concerns, but the double up at door was something that Mindfreak were not prepared for. So it'll just be the pistols for this round, unfortunately, for Mindfreak. Crunchy giving himself some liberties to have a crack with the Deagle.
Well, it could be time. I guess it doesn't count, right? We can't do the whole, you know, it's 2 o'clock thing when there's a Deagle in the mix, right?
Yeah, it's true.
Unfortunate. Because I was workshopping that one in the break. Don't know if you were there, but, you know, just running through all the options. Some good ones. Some great ones.
Yeah, look, I'm eager to hear it when it happens. You know, I think you've got some good lines in you.
Yeah, how do you think I get myself ready for the cast, man?
Mostly just screaming in the mic based on experiences earlier.
Oh, true. Yeah, gotta get yourself pumped up. That's kind of what Mindfreak need to do here, although I don't know if it's going to necessarily help them. They're more likely to get pumped than get pumped up, especially with the Deagle going down so early on. It's nothing but aim punch, and it's looking like a single gun will be dropped here on the eco from Mindfreak. Pretty concise defense of the Annex there from the boys on Ground Zero. So, look, it's a good start to the CT side. I wonder if they did start CT last time around as well, because it was Mindfreak's pick. Oh, I've got news for you, Jordan. It was Ground Zero starting CT side last time around that Mindfreak picked this map, and they 10-2'd them on the CT.
Okay, so, that's news.
Yeah.
I guess the bar's
breaking news.
The bar's pretty low to beat that then for Mindfreak.
We need 3. We need 3, and we're on.
Ooh.
Okay, it's not going well. It's going very poorly.
Well, they've lost
That's
lobby
a big
control.
lobby crunch.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Everybody's on outer here for Mindfreak, and you know they get outers, but having lost a player and lost lobby control, it doesn't really feel like the prize that Mindfreak was looking for.
Well, let's see if Mindfreak can turn an outie into an innie, because they got to get on the sites here. They can't just sit on outers forever. Soon has got the bomb for himself sitting down in secret. But really, Mindfreak not making any moves at this point in time. They're kind of just sitting on the control that they have and hoping that Ground Zero give them any kind of opportunity, but that's just not happening.
Vision with the jump spot. Has he seen them? I don't know if he's seen them. Has now, by the looks of things. So just going to close that door, change up his position onto Catwalk. Ooh. Onto Silo instead. Zune not going to be prepared for that angle. Will lose the duel. Going from bad to worse for Mindfreak. They're not even doing any economic damage.
Slime is the only one who can really do that at this point, but he doesn't particularly look interested in doing so. I thought he was just going to molly to disengage, but Vision pops his head up. Damio goes down as well. They're closing in all around him. He's hitting a lot of shots, but not quite enough. 7-0 for Apoc Dud and 3-0 for Ground Zero. Really just kind of is the tip of the spear that is running Mindfreak down right now.
I'll tell you what, it's going to be a pretty long day at the office today for Ground Zero if they're to win this series. If you weren't aware, they were playing a series just prior to this one. It was why we were a little bit delayed in getting underway. They lost a map to Underground. So they played 3 there. They're going to, if they win this series, have to play 3 again here as well. So it will be in their best interest just to get this one done as cleanly as possible. And like you say, if they can get themselves a 10-2 start on something like a CT side, that will go a long way in just keeping them feeling pretty fresh and motivated heading into the second half, heading into map 3. Doesn't have to get long and arduous.
There's the ramp control coming in. Wow, Tech9's really doing some serious damage here. Actually have a decent shot at getting into this round. The problem is the CT rotations are looking pretty good, and Apoc Dud's the one in windows, and that's the man you got to be scared of. The H-Nade very well placed. Oh my lord, he's just blowing them to pieces.
Oh, okay. Hang on. Job's not yet done. Oh, that's a nice spray transfer from Omichella. Gets both Texter and Crunchy. It was way closer than it probably should have been there in the end for ground zero, but they've got plenty of money. So having a round that goes down to one gun is not the biggest of concerns just yet.
Mindfreak. Back into another gun round here. No orb coming out for them. And unfortunately, as mentioned before, things kind of going the same as their last game of Nuke. They picked it, 2 times in a row here against Ground Zero and getting much the same result. You would have thought they've come up with some ideas or some, better ways to get themselves some rounds, but oh man, they're just eating HE nades everywhere they go. Cheeky off angle from Tamio as well. High-low between him and Apoc Dud is dominating the yard right now. A little bit of a whiff though. So these teams may be battered and bruised, but they have made their way into secret nonetheless.
I don't know if it's, again, any much of a prize, really. They are getting absolutely slaughtered. Everywhere they go, they are getting demolished. This map pick of Nuke is really just blowing up in their face at the moment. Mindfreak have not looked competitive at all. 10-1 from Apoc Dud. He has these kinds of maps every now and then. It's very hard to stop when he gets going.
Like, if he played like... He's got such a high ceiling. If he played like this all the time, this guy would be on FlyQuest, He has these just big pop-off games where he just dominates.
Yeah. Oh.
Well,
Your
PZ
Wombat
would have hit that.
Yeah, he's flicked off him.
Oh, the repeat. Beautiful. There you go. The second bite of the apple. Slimy. Last alive again. Without much of a hope to get very much of anything done. And he gets cleaned up too. 4 alive. Dear Lord. At what point do you stop picking Nuke? Because you're probably thinking about it now. We've got a series in 2 days between Ground Zero and Mindfreak. I'm not going to watch it, I'm going to be honest, but I am going to refresh when the video goes live. This is exactly what I wanted to see. This is big. Wow, look at that tech pause.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Yo, whoa. Look at that tech pause graphic up the top there. It's me IRL, dude. Me and you. Just connected on a different level.
Okay. I don't think you want to go any further with that analogy. I'm starting to wonder if this series gets any longer, if this goes all the way to 3 and we have some tech pauses in there, are we going to make the Asia game in time? Is the Asia game going to wait for us? We're supposed to cast it. Will they wait?
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe not.
I mean, yeah.
It's not dangerous yet. We'll be okay for now.
Stranger things have happened.
Yeah.
Well, the tech pause has been finished off. We'll see if the issue was Mindfreak's T side, and if that has been resolved in the meantime. The initial wave of U-tilt. Prog smoke to the front side of door. You've got 3 across outside. Trying to obscure as much of Ground Zero's vision as they can. While it looks like they're going for a timing into uppers at some point. Here it comes.
Michela. Can't see a damn thing, and he couldn't see anything for far too long. DPR 2 on the entry. And helped out by Slimy. This is starting to come together for Mindfreak, and they so desperately need one of these rounds. Look at the wrap in from Texter as well, by the way. They've just got to buy time. See if Texter can get a flank in. They're not expecting that jump up from behind. Texter backstab onto your Wombat, and that will allow the plant. And he might have even seen or heard Vision going down that ladder as well. So pretty aware by the looks of things that he is still somewhere on outer and hoping to catch him. Texter will take the fight. It's a big flank. And finally around on the board for Mindfreak.
I mean, as mentioned before, Ground Zero's had their fair share of clean rounds thus far, so that's not going to break their money or anything, but that definitely gives Mindfreak an inroads into this half now. 2 guns picked up, big T-side round picked up. There we go. Tack timeout for Mindfreak. They recognize the opportunity that they've created here. If they can win this round, they will break 3 players' money on Ground Zero. I could have put my house on the fact that the tack timeout would be on the right after we went left middle. But, yeah, I would have been homeless.
You would have lost your money. You would have lost your home.
That's it. This is why I don't gamble.
Wise decision. This is where Mindfreak now have to really lock in and put together a few on the trot. If it's just a one and done, then it doesn't really bail them out of any trouble at all. Might even compound the issues, because their money's not very good here. But if they can at least find 2 or 3 or 4 here, then back in the conversation, certainly. So half is kind of still hanging in the balance for Mindfreak at this stage.
Well, they're looking to change things up a little bit, though. Have been running a lot of slower defaults. Outside control that hasn't been going well. Maybe some uppers timings this time. Could have sworn they were going to look for some quicker moves into secret, as well as a ramp timing. And in fact, the ramp timing is coming in slowly but surely. Vision does get cleaned up over on that side of the map. This prompts a bit of a push towards Yard, which only goes 1 for 1. So far, until Michela actually chimes in there, that round was going quite well for Mindfreak, but that's the key kill. Crunchy cleans up on Michela. Wombat's trying to hunt him down. Crunchy well aware that the AWP was in this neck of the woods, and he's jiggling with all of his life, but he hasn't jiggled hard enough, unfortunately.
Molly's going to give your Wombat a bit of a tickle before he drops the smoke on top of it. He's just going to hold his position, much like DPR. It's a stalemate at the moment, but it's going to be broken by the fact that the T-side have to go and try and recollect the bomb. That'll be Slimy to try and move first. Your Wombat cleans him up, and this will be a tough crossfire to break for DPR with the second player in secret. He won't even get your Wombat. What a round. 4 kills in it from the AWP, and the response is immediate for Ground Zero.
Yeah, that was vintage PZ. That wasn't even current PZ. Big round on the AWP from Wombat. Had some shoes to fill, and he is definitely filling them out now. He's had a growth spurt. That comes through from Mindfreak nonetheless, and look, it did come a little bit close, so Ground Zero still kind of teetering on the edge, having depleted the loss bonus, not bringing that many guns through. All it's going to take is 1 for Mindfreak, and quick pacing there from Texter. He's already made it into secret.
Make something happen with this push. There's a bit of an overreach from Vision. Still got Damio here to hold on to ramp, and you can see how tentative Mindfreak are. They know they've got a good timing on that lower split. Texter catches Apoc Dud, who was in transition. This round coming together nicely for Mindfreak now.
Wombat's on the creep, though. He is the real predator in the server for some reason. He is just absolutely dominating with the AWP. Shot after shot being connected, and he gets away with a USP pistol whip to even up the numbers. Michela aggressors on door side. How did that 3-on-5 go so cleanly in the favor of Ground Zero? I thought that round was going to be Mindfreak's every single day.
Yeah. No, I think Mindfreak was just terrified, really. You could see how tentative they were to challenge ramp here. And, you know, you've got guys kind of going one by one and not sure where to look. Yeah, they got themselves into all sorts of bother. This half is going much the same way as the last meetup on Nuke. Like you said, Pills, 10 and 2, it's heading in that direction again.
That was the round, though. Like, if they convert that 5-on-3, that hard breaks the CT economy, and then you're actually looking at, like, maybe a 6-6, you know? But they missed the window. And now things are going much the same. Good opening for Damio.
Just not even close.
I know.
This half is an absolute non-factor so far from Mindfreak.
Why is Wombat the best stalker in the country?
Oh,
Oh my
what?
god,
Hey.
DPR! What's going on, man? 1v5.
They need something, don't they? But look at this crossfire. I mean, how do you break this crossfire? DPR's just dead in the side in a second. Or that will get him. Fine. There was no way they were losing that one, ground zero. Good effort from
How is
DPR.
Wombat cooking him so hard right now with the AWP? This is crazy.
Didn't I say, like, he's just not a bad stand-in at all. I think
Yeah.
if you're going to pick a stand-in for any game, you know, your Wombat's got to be one of the top on the list, right? Like, he just seems to... look, I don't know how much he plays the game in terms of pugging and just for fun and whatever, but, like, he's not obviously active in a team and hasn't been active in a team for a couple of years now, but he always seems to come in and deliver some really solid performances.
Never seen him AWP before in my life. This is kind of owning.
I've seen him shirtless,
Mindfreak,
if that helps.
Oh, man. If only we had player cams. Might get the chance to repeat history. Especially after that 4K round, I could see it. Mindfreak did get it done with the Tech 9s last time around, and look, it started well. Texter opens up onto Apoc Dud. Wombat forced away. They've got some ramp control here. Don't want to overextend too much just yet, though.
Damio is happy to just sit tucked in the corner and wait. Smoke to Annex. They're going to try and go A. DPR needs to clear this, and he's not going to. There's no one there to trade. The spacing's just no good. AK picked up, retrieved. Damio's going to get some help now. On Michela will filter across, and again, round just petering away from Mindfreak. Zune and Slimy will do their best to recover it, and they might actually be able to. Vision up the ladder. How does he get away with that? Bomb plant did go down. He can't surely win another one. Oh, Mindfreak. They get by the skin of their teeth, but they are really trying their best to lose some of these rounds.
Ground zero enough to scrape a bye together here, especially with the rifle drop, but again, this is kind of it. They are teetering on the edge of reset. Mindfreak are a good chance to avoid the same curse of the 10-2 last time around, which in this case would be with 0 gun round wins. It's only Tech 9s that they've got anything done with on their map pick for the second time in a row. A map that Mindfreak has been playing since the cows come home. Like literally since their first iteration of the roster, I remember them picking Nuke. But they just can't seem to get it together on the T side. Maybe it's just against ground zero. This would be the round to do it. Double up their last round count in the upper bracket of this tournament of 2. Could just reset the CT money and get a weaker buy out of the way. This could be some potential here.
A lot of you two are getting dumped on outer to start this round up. Neither team actually looking to contest it at this stage. You've got 2 players already down on lower, straight up for Mindfreak to deal with. So I'm not sure what's prompted that out of ground zero. It's going to be the ramp push, and you do have the lurk out through outers for Tex. A very, very late lurk as that smoke starts to fade, but he has managed to make it across to Secret, so he'll have the challenge against Apoc Dud. Ramp room taken. It's screaming B finish.
I mean, yeah, the rotations are read reasonably well. There is the numbers down here to defend lowers. You did see Mindfreak kind of turn this into an uppers hit previously, though, with Texter trying to go up the vent, but that was after they had an entry somewhere, you know? This time they would have to wrap through Annex and re-hit through lobby. You can see the CT starting to get a little bit anxious. There's a push going on towards Secret side, or Damio's kind of swaying back and forth, but Mindfreak, make no mistake, are going for this contact into uppers now.
It's a good play. Toying with the rotates of ground zero pretty nicely in this round. Slimy keeping them honest down there on the B-bomb side as well. Flash out on A. And they should have the side. It's just Omichella here to defend, and he shouldn't be getting much more than 1. It's a decent trade there from DPR. Plan nicely covered. And starting to see some signs of life on this T side now from Mindfreak, but it just feels like it's maybe coming a little bit too late in the half. Thing is, though, you'd think at least going to get... Oh, okay, Zoon somehow gets that kill on Apoc up. MP9 not doing him any favors, apparently. But, hey, at least this is more than 2.
Was like, the observer was legit just like, he's dead.
Yeah.
And switched off. Fair. That's fair, honestly. Vision. Keep things a little bit more expensive and at least hold on to that gun. But if there was ever a time for a great call for Mindfreak, that was the round to do it. Really excellent stuff. Wrestle control of ramp room and slip a player down secret. Apply just enough util pressure to keep that 3 stack secured in lowers and then just hit the uppers with really, really good timing and spacing. Omichella can only get 1 done there. DPR's on a bit of a heater right now. You know, he's only 9-11, but I feel like a lot of those kills have been like multi-frags in the gun rounds.
Well, 4 here for Mindfreak, and you know, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt that they might still be able to put something together on this map. Hasn't been too fantastic on the T side, but if they can get a 4th, it's at least a platform to build on in the second half. So a big important round coming up for them against a weaker buy out of the CT side.
We've got a bit of a ramp stack here. Soon's going to eat that name. Delicious, man. 58 HP. Soften them up for the 5.7s and the MP9s. It's exactly what you want if you're ground 0 here. And similar to what we saw in the previous map, they know against a weaker buy that Mindfreak want to take things a little bit slower. And in fact, with a minute 10 on the clock, they're going to go back and rework outside, which this is going to take a long time. They've, you know, shifted back into a 1-4. Crunchy's left on the lobby lurk. All it takes is one really good rotation timing here for ground 0 and to get into some annoying positions. And this might just take a little too long for Mindfreak.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of time to cover the ground that they need to cover. And going to be harassed on their way through. Spotted by the player in heaven. So information is there for the CT side. Crunchy does bail them out of a bit of a trouble with that kill onto Apocdad, and your Wombat goes down cleanly as well, so they might still be able to put this one together, even despite that time factor starting to crunch in on them. Smoke down now to try to provide the bomb plant. Vision won't be able to deny it. Covered well by Slimy, and that is 8-4, a small recovery from Mindfreak at the end of the half. Jumping back on in for the second half here, and it's a pretty precarious position to be in for Mindfreak on this map of Nuke. Their map choice, actually, but they only managed 4 in the first half on the T side. So coming into this pistol, kind of feels like it's a must-win pistol for them if they want to mount any kind of an opportunity at the 2-0 today.
Yeah, so we'll get into the half here. Good news is that even after an even more woeful T side last time around, they actually had a reasonable run on CT. Get themselves the majority. Crunchy was kind of going crazy. Man was 18-2 on the CT side, so keep an eye on him and where he's playing early on here. Does seem like he's one of the uppers players, so consider uppers on lock, Jordan. Okay, I've run the numbers.
Righto. Considered it. Forward hold in the hut. May well come into play. There's a lot of steps, though, going in the direction of ramp, and so it's going to send DPR packing straight down into the B bomb site. He knows that he's got to try and find one here before they really fully flood in onto him, and unfortunately he hasn't been able to do so. At least one takeaway is that he's survived, and Crunchy actually picking one up onto Apoc Judd, so you might be correct. Oh my, he's picked up a quick 2-tap there as well, and he's looking for 4. He's maybe on for the ace here as well. It'll be stolen away by Slimy, but well, you're a bit of a clairvoyant apparently, Pilski, because that was a very nice start to the CT side for Crunchy.
He's doing it again. He's doing it sideways. Gonna get himself the defuse. And look, it's a very good start, a much needed pistol. Ground Zero did still get themselves to plant though, so don't get too carried away just yet. Full respect being given by Mindfreak though. 5 rifles brought up here. I mean, that's kind of what Crunchy was known for, you know? He's always been known as, he's a guy who's played a couple of different games. He's always been known as a guy who's, you know, hitting the aim labs and all that kind of stuff. Oh my god, look at my high score on the little ball clicker, you know? And that's really what CT pistoling is. Just click on the little balls, and that's what he did. Respect. Interesting to see that Ground Zero have not gone for the force buy here, so maybe actually anticipating the full rifle investment. In this case, if they could take a couple of these rifles away with the Deegs and go for a really nice gun round in the next, then this could actually work out better for them.
Yeah. Oh, that is a sharp shot, though, from Zune. Making the FAMAS look like a real gun is respectable.
Yo, who's put a Vox sticker on that? Come on now.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That
On a
is.
FAMAS?
They look like old Navi and Fnatic skins as well.
Ludicrous. Oh, this guy is crazy. Why is this guy just the best all of a sudden? What did Wombat have between maps?
He's got another one, by the way. I mean, these Deagles are being given a few opportunities. Crunchy with a slightly whiffed spray on the first player actually gives up his life in the 1-for-1, and now Vision dropping down into the B bomb side is on with a real chance of winning this round, if not at least doing a bit more damage.
He's got the smoke to cross back into Decon if he wants to, but he's actually going to reposition. Opens up the doors, which is going to create some question marks in Mindfreak's mind, but I'm pretty sure they got close enough to know that he hasn't actually crossed into windows. Tucks himself into dark. This could be a big spray down. Gets off the line just at the worst possible time, which will allow Zune close enough to clean him up. There was potential there, but Mindfreak's able to steady the ship. Nonetheless, though, 3 guns taken by the Deegs and the bomb plant down. That's undoubtedly going to be job done for Ground Zero as they look into their first gun round here.
Yep, 100%. Got quite a lot out of that one. So some tentative times here for Mindfreak. It's been a decent enough start to the CT side, but not really out of hot water just yet. That's a long way to go to imagine they're going to win this map. Winning the first gun round, though, would be a big step forward.
Early moves on outside here from Apoc Dud. He's got some more smokes and flashes invested to try to set him up for success, but isn't actually going to cross the secret. Rest of Ground Zero biding their time in lobby and over towards ramp room. Mindfreak very much anticipating that there was a commitment to that secret push with the smokes. So look, even just the committing of the wall of smokes has baited out a couple of extra CT rotations, and maybe opened up some gaps as this ramp contact comes in.
We're going to get that ramp for free. But where to now?
Well, I mean, as the CTs, you'd anticipate some form of aggression after losing ramp room there. But they are just kind of sitting. And indeed, if they did actually try to aggress lobby, you could see that Ground Zero would have definitely been ready for that. They are just trying to draw rotations with the wall of smokes and the lobby shove, and then just kick off this uppers timing.
Good hold from Zoon initially, but again, your Wombat with the AWP making some pain happen. The frags coming through thick and fast for Ground Zero. It's just Texter here waiting for the perfect timing in the ladder. It's impossible to make it happen in the 1-on-3. 9-6, first gun round goes the way of Ground Zero, and the job gets tougher again for Mindfreak.
I mean, it's a nice one. I think everything that Ground Zero kind of wanted out of that round, they got. You had the initial wall of smokes across the outside, draw out a reaction. Much the same with the ramp pressure. It's kind of unsettling things further, and then Ground Zero, just with some good spacing and some high percentage utility, slammed that A site. Bankrupts Mindfreak. All they've got to show for it is pistols, an MP9, and a hero AWP on DPR. And if that doesn't get it done, then they are in a very bad way here.
How could it get it done? Will have to be a big mistake here from Ground Zero. Maybe a hit to the A site with so many players stacked there on the CT side could be that mistake from Ground Zero. The 5-7s could do the damage.
Hero AWP needs to deliver here.
He's not really in the position to do it unless they come ramp.
I mean, they might. They kind of postured that way. He did kind of aggress towards ramp early on in the round. But, yeah, it's a much more kind of passive posture over towards that side. Mindfreak wheeling them into the hut. It's a dirty setup with 2 5-7s at close range here.
This is a potentially very dangerous round, actually, for Ground Zero, with the timer ticking away. So when those mistakes start to creep in, good position for Texter just to get him info. Oh, don't take the fight with the AWP on a line like that one, but if he can play off of DPR's contact, unfortunately, the Mindfreak, there's no kill to come from DPR, so it's all on Texter, who just gets deleted by your Wombat. Best player in the game, best player in the server, maybe best player in Australia. Punchian soon. Oh. Again, make it interesting for a second. Still 10 on the board. And Mindfreak in some very hot water now for map 2.
I mean, DPR dropped the line. If he just sat there on ramp room with texture creeping up close, there was some potential there, but that allowed enough space for the greatest of all time, Wombat, to just get in there and get dirty with the AWP. Hit some kind of crazy 360 no-scope, Fortnite, cranking 90s on kids. Approach into ramp room there. Incredible stuff. Mindfreak, as mentioned, I mean, that was the round they really did not want to lose. They are very broke. And I'd imagine this should be a pretty concise anti-eco. Chance for Ground Zero to build team money. So far, the T-side calling has looked more than good enough to close this series. So Mindfreak, after this pistol round, they're going to have pretty much no room for error.
Yeah, it feels as though the errors have kind of already been made. It doesn't leave you with a lot of wiggle room, unfortunately. It's a nice USP kill for Slimy. Give himself an AK. Hero play needs to be made. Very tough without any body armor, though. And so 11-6 now the score.
Just very high percentages for Ground Zero to close at this point. 2+K on all of these Ts. They've got quite a round buffer to stack up the loss bonus here. Gonna have to be a wall of a CT side going forward for Mindfreak. From pretty much everybody involved. Quicker one straight into uppers here. Does seem like the entries are getting rolling. Great supportive flashes from Apocdud as well. Texter finally gets involved from Annex and almost able to recalibrate onto Apocdud, but right as the execute gets kicked off, it's already over.
Yeah.
Mindfreak just kind of wiped in a 5 to 10 seconds there.
That was a blink and you miss it type round. So, not much to get too excited about here for Mindfreak. They're going to have to really second guess the pick a nuke if they go up against Ground Zero again in the future, because this has been a pretty substandard display, unfortunately.
Yo, 5 Famouses. You were a fan of the one earlier. What do you think of the 5 Famous buy?
Horrible, actually. I'm not a fan of the Famous at all. Zune made it look good, but can't say I love the weapon myself. I don't ever buy it.
No chance they lose this round. Vent drop coming out.
It's a nice vent
They've
drop,
been allowed to get into the vent for free because you just don't take those kind of duels with the Famous. You don't take that kind of duel against Wombat no matter what gun you've got, because he is maybe the best player in Australia in this particular map. But oh my god, they're actually getting some work done here.
Yeah, rotation hadn't come through. Damio didn't pick his timing right. Still, your Wombat alive is a massive threat. And if he actually gets himself set up here, waiting on this line, he's going to be in a good position to cause a bit of a ruckus. That smoke will disrupt his vision, but turns away nicely, and of course he's going to connect. He's on for another one right here, misses that flick. Under pressure eventually will fall to Crunchy, but he's bought a lot of time. Look at how far that has ticked away. Omichella with another kill. Decon player goes down. There's still one alive, and the round is done. There is no time for a defuse. 13-6. Ground Zero will take map number 2 to force us through to a third. Mindfreak will be quite disappointed with that.
Yeah, knocked out in third, unfortunately. Able to at least pick up a map against Ground Zero in that upper bracket, but this was even more clean of a win. Sorry, Ground Zero able to take us to map 3 rather. I don't know why I thought they won map 1. I think it's just because they picked Anubis, but yeah, 100%. Third map could be another reverse sweep on the cards here, given that, look, Mirage will be the third map, and if you go back and look at that upper bracket game, I mean, it was about a 13-6 on Nuke and pretty much a 13-6 on Mirage for the final map, so we'll see if Mindfreak have learnt a little bit more about that third map than picking Nuke into Ground Zero again here as we head into the third map right after this short break. It's the one in...
The road to the top is a riddle. What will be my destiny? Money and fame are awaiting, but not enough is raining on me. Maybe I should give it all up. How much more can I take? Out here singing to the heavens. When I gonna get my break? I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. 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 Full power, get louder. I'ma get stronger, just watch me. Full power, get louder. I'ma get stronger, just watch me. Every hour, no doubter. Gonna hear my song, just watch me. Every hour, no doubter. I can run this town. Somebody give me the key. I can run this town. I can run this town. No more doubt about me. I can run this town. Don't you know I got the
Sometimes you gotta pray for a victory. Yeah. I'm overzealous when I'm thinking about the cash flow. I never had no handouts, just came natural. I've been tested so much, all these wrestlers nice. All these different situations that I've been through. I seen pain trying to creep in through the window, but now I'm sliding through the hood in a benzo. You gotta separate yourself just to elevate. I keep some drink in my cup to see through the hate. Sometimes on the road to glory, you gotta press the brakes. I got a lesson plan for all my past mistakes. I swear I'm proud of all my best and my worst days. Proud of all my feet when I touch the ground. Front of ain't it Beijing, man, ain't know the sound. I know I made mistakes, but my mama proud. Fans scream my lyrics out in the background. They ain't know me then, but I'm hot now. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. Life down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. I'm faced with a lot of different choices these days. Do a rock and roll Lex account of Blueface. The whole world know my name off a mixtape. I still got the same brothers since 6th grade. G-Wagon red seats, we on Biscayne. Trips to the Florida Keys, we imported these. Thanking God for the life he afforded me. All this jewelry on my body, I could like the hood. I need a brown skinned chick just like Megan Good. Holding up every promise that I ever made. Music in the background, it's a serenade. Been rapping 10 years, boy, this ain't a phase. I paid dues, paid rent, and I stayed the same. I had teardrops running down my face. I've been through a lot, I had real pain. But thank God, cause we really on a better days. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. Life down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. What's a life without sacrifice? Sometimes you gotta thank God and just roll the dice. But you know,
I'll keep going till my feet get below. I'll keep going till my feet get below. I'll keep going till my feet get below. I'll keep going till my till my feet get calm. I'll keep going 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 till my feet get calm. Till my feet get calm. I'll keep going 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 till my feet get calm.
Good everyone, welcome back on in. Map number 3 coming up here between Ground Zero and Mindfreak. We have Mirage on the cards, and another interesting substitution. We were talking about your Wombat coming in earlier in the day for this matchup for Ground Zero. PZ was having some internet difficulties, but Ground Zero brought him back. PZ's back after your Wombat just dropped an absolutely stellar performance with the AWP on Nuke.
Nah, I don't want it back. What? That's crazy. Surely Wombat is promoted to main author at this point. Like, he looked like one of the greats out there, and we're subbing him out in his prime.
Can I just say,
go out on top.
Your Wombat is the highest rated player for this game so far. And he's been subbed out.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's just this is what, you know, this is a problem with the Oceanic scene. You know, you finally find a diamond in the rough, and then, you know, you just get rid of him as soon as he gets you some production. You're down 0-1 in the series, and you know, he's able to claw you back a win on Nuke, and then you just sub him out. Like, it's just crazy. You know,
I know.
The GMs, and the politics are what's holding us back at this point.
Tell you what though, PZ, he's going to be in the spotlight coming in for Mirage here, isn't he? We'll be really keeping an eye on what he gets up to.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying PZ would have hit that as a joke when in the first couple of rounds of Wombat. I think it's gone the other way now. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. But at least as far as Mirage is concerned, I think Ground Zero is still feeling pretty comfortable going into this one. You were telling me before we went to the break, the last matchup was a pretty solid win for them. You know, obviously coming back off of the momentum from Nuke as well. It is looking like Ground Zero are in a pretty good spot to, again, reverse sweep another series against Mindfreak, which I'm sure will be starting to get a little bit frustrating for the Mindfreak fellas.
Yeah, you definitely want to get this win, especially because this is the game that knocks Ground Zero out of the tournament. You've just been knocked into the lower bracket by them earlier on. You want to get yourself into that grand final, have a crack at Thunder Down Under. For Ground Zero, I mean, this is the kind of event where you want to beat Mindfreak again, and then you want to get into that grand final against Thunder Down Under, because at least in a best of 5 recently, grand final in a domestic event, they were able to beat them. Now, they did get knocked down by them. They did get, let's be honest, smashed by them yesterday in this very tournament. So, look, the head-to-head not looking promising in that regard, but maybe it was just an off day. Regardless, though, a best of 1 on Mirage to decide who will become 3rd place in Cup number 1 here in Oceania, and who will be taking on Thunder Down Under in that grand final.
Couple of smokes initially out here onto A, flashes over the top as well, but this is more of a decoy than anything else. I mean, I'm sure there is going to inevitably be an A hit, but all of that util is just to try and draw a bit of attention in the direction of A and allow this process to happen through middle. Do lose Crunchy on the way through there, Mindfreak, so it hasn't necessarily been altogether too successful. Good hold so far for Ground Zero as they hit their shots across the board. Either way, Zoom done his job. Gets that bomb plant down. He won't be able to win the round, but at least it's a bit of cash in the back pocket there at the T side, so they can have a bit of a think about what they want to do with that in this upcoming round.
Yeah, I think DPR doesn't look like he bought much into it. Zoom doesn't look like he bought much into that round, although he got himself a kill, as did Texter, so a couple of the lads here with a bit of cash to spend. AK is already being dropped over. It's going to be a rifle-centric buy here for Mindfreak. They're really looking to bring some firepower into the second round. Little bit of util behind it. Orps out for PZ. Already a 2k in the pistol, and we're straight down to business here. Where's he taking it? He's got one of the worst spawns for Window. He'll be the second one into Window to contest middle, and does seem like you're going to get some movements here. Damio's already dropped down into underpass. PZ immediately on the line. Wombat would have hit that.
Maybe.
And I don't think that Mindfreak are making any moves into middle anytime soon.
Yeah, it's a good start. Certainly from Ground Zero and from PZ as well. Bomb's been dropped at top mid. That is a huge concern for Mindfreak, and retrieving it is not necessarily going to be an easy task. I mean, actually, it is, because no one's watching it. But Slimy doesn't know that. So he's quite tentative, quite scared about pushing over to the mid boxes and retrieving that C4. Meanwhile, Crunchy's been able to get a bit of space out on A, but Damio just picks that line back up and clears it out, no problem. It's a round that has it's kind of petered out into nothing here for Mindfreak, unfortunately, despite the reasonably solid investment.
It's going to be a rough start for them yet again here. DPR space given, but once again, space taken away. 1v5 for Slimy. 40 seconds, and he's only just got his hands on the bomb. Dare say, even just considering just taking the AK into the next round at this point. In Ground Zero, that's about as well as a, anti-force / first gun round as you'd want to be getting in round 2 there. You could just tell PZ immediately picking up the AWP and taking that swagger into connector right off the rip that it was going to be a good one for him, but this is about best case scenario.
Maybe Slimy can hold on to this AK. Hero AK next round. Still try and do a bit of damage, but yeah, not exactly the start to the map that Mindfreak wants.
I mean, it's got a little bit of util behind it as well. So with the pistols and a couple extra grenades, like, honestly, if they can hit the right timing here, Mindfreak, they can get some damage done. Could tell that Mindfreak wanted to be the one to kind of dictate the pace of that round, but they were met with, the aggression in kind. Very fast up cat, and very quickly just plucked straight out of the server. Looks like something much the same here. This time with Glocks from Mindfreak making some early moves into middle, but the mollies will keep them at bay for now.
Yeah. Crunchy, as ever, has a deagle in hand. Unfortunately, the AK has now been lost, and so to the deagle, and so to everybody's life. That is Crispy from Ground Zero, and we are 3 rounds into the game, and so far, Mindfreak have found a grand total of 2 kills, so it's certainly leaving a bit to be desired.
Yeah, I'm getting less worried about missing the Asia game as these rounds go on. Tactical timeout. Whoa, did you see the spin in as well? There's some tech going on here. I'm sure. Whoa, relax. We weren't ready for that. They saved that for the major.
That's innovating.
Jesus Christ.
I know you're a Reels enjoyer. You like a bit of a scroll on the old Instagram Reels. Have you ever seen those like she broke my heart videos, and then it's a guy doing like sign spinning? Have you ever seen those? That's what that reminds me of. I have to send you.
Sick, though. You gotta send that to me.
Someone in chat's gonna know what I'm talking about. It wasn't exactly the greatest rendition of the song, but
I hope that's what it sounds like. I'm enthralled. Oh man, look, Mindfreak. I don't know if they're going to be heartbroken or if they're going to be resigned to sign spinning if this game keeps going in this direction. Because look, the professional Counter-Strike, semi-professional Counter-Strike, whatever you want to call it, it's not going well right now. Another gun round on the cards though for them, or maybe their first gun round. It was really a force in round 2. They've got a lot of work to do, man. CT Money is looking very bloody solid. Jesus Christ, Apoctard. All he wanted to do was cook. Just let bro cook.
Let him in the
DPR's
kitchen.
getting peppered up in the kitchen, mate.
Yep. Still, everything remains slowed down.
Mid smokes come out. And we're getting a window boost. See if Tex is going to be the one to take first contact as we get the regroup towards B. Apoctard under pressure, but he's still going to take DPR out before this even really gets rolling. It's very disjointed from Mindfreak, isn't it?
Yeah. A bit reminiscent of the Nuke as well. Things kind of fell apart there, and it seems like that's exactly what's happening here. PZ, he is picking up where your Wombat left off.
I mean, this is, I don't know. To be fair, it's a lackluster Mindfreak, but this is a scary looking Ground Zero. A part of me wants to believe, like, Ground Zero is going to be really competitive in that final against Thunder Down Under, even though they got slapped earlier in the uppers. Because, like when you see them play like this, you're like, yeah, this is a sharp team, man.
Yeah. They have had some competitive maps and series even against Thunder Down Under in the past, so we can hope for the best. attempt at a mid push here from Mindfreak that's just being picked apart like it's no one's business. It's really not been any problems at all. The double nade doing so much damage. Crunchy was 1 HP. DPR, not much either. 5-0. It's progressing rather swimmingly for ground zero so far.
Might be time for a timeout. Get Tux involved.
They already had a timeout. They had a timeout at 3-0.
Well, see if they've come up with something different. They're going to bring the AWP out. That's going to change the pace a little. They've been getting mid-crunched on pretty routinely. To be fair, when they have been going towards the extremities as well, I mean, they got shut down on B2, so... Look, a little bit less of an investment towards middle. Again, just nothing but aggression from ground zero. Double push through underpass. You've got Apoc Dud peering down B apps, and they've changed it to a double AWP setup now. Smoke to block connector. Buy a little bit more time in middle and allow maybe this underpass push to get into the mix. Because Omichella's getting closer and closer through TV room. And let's be real, Bomb's still in spawn soon. A little bit off the mark there. Puts AWP shot through Apoc Dud's knee, but unfortunately that's not really going to stop him. And there's that TV room flank. Bomb's in spawn in the hands of Omichella. So even though the A entries are coming in, I don't know that it's necessarily going to guarantee the round for Mindfreak.
Omichella dropping will be helpful. What can Vision get up to? He's having a little bit of a lookie. Where's there someone behind that default box? He's calling Apoc Dud across, but that's a sharp shot from Crunchy. Apoc Dud he's going to have a nice timing here. They won't be expecting such a fast flank, but the fact that Vision hasn't got one at least, it's going to make this very tough. He'll get one for free. That'll be slimy to go down, but beyond that... Ooh, the incend... Ooh, will it? It won't go deep enough.
Damn.
Yeah, just gets up the ladder. Apoc Dud's still got a lot to negotiate and can't get it done. First round on the board is there for Mindfreak. It's not too little too late, I suppose.
Yeah, big round from Crunchy. Key duel, one on Omichella in spawn side. Like, the round doesn't start well, let's be honest. AWP for AWP duel doesn't go well for you. The unders flank gets impact. But effectively, from a 3-on-5, Mindfreak just kind of brute force their way through the rest of the round. They win all the duels on A and manage to wrangle the bomb back from spawn. That's honestly pretty impressive.
Oh, Zoom. Taking a bit more of a licking there than he thought he would. Down to 50 HP though, not the end of the world. Texar, beautiful timing there to catch Omichella napping. And now Vision's in a bit of an awkward spot as well. Molly coming in, he does have a smoke, but he's going to opt to take the fight instead. Now trying to get himself set up with a bit of a space to play. PZ helping to keep him safe.
They're going to pivot B. Texas got a lot of space on this side of the map, maybe unaware of that. Apoc Dud, though, managing to get on the line. Out comes the light flash, so mini A execute being thrown out here by Mindfreak, flattened quickly by Damio. But that's enough to keep Apoc Dud off the B line. Zunis really feels like he needs to get at least one more, and he's at least put a bullet into Damio, keeping them interested for sure. But Texter has secured B. There's still potential in this round. Going to take a lot of time for the bomb to get back to B, though. So Texter has to have more impact than just holding on to the site here. And unfortunately, I thought he was walking close window side, but no, he has at least secured the site. Zune's going mid to B? I don't know if he's making an up cat, I'm not going to lie.
No, 20 seconds on the clock. This is a wild decision. I mean, the round is over, no?
8 seconds. No, he didn't cross in time. Just enough CTs to stop the cross. Just a little bit disjointed from Mindfreak, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of these rounds, they definitely don't look as clean and well drilled as Ground Zero do. And the rounds that they did, I mean, the round that they did win, even the rounds that they did win on the T side of Nuke, it was like the rounds that you weren't really kind of backing them too heavily. You had like Tech 9 Forces getting across the line on Nuke, a 3v5 in previous where I felt Ground Zero completely out-macroed them. So, yeah, I'm just still not feeling super confident about Mindfreak's prospects in this game. But there's still a couple more rounds to play on this T side at least.
It's a good nade to start the round off here for ground zero. Molly forcing Apoc away from the van position, but he's got a bit of backup here. He's not really feeling too concerned about things just yet on this B-bomb site. In fact, wants to have a little bit of a look. Might spot DPR out there. Yeah, he has. So that'll be the end of DPR. Apoc does go down, and somehow Omichella's unable to find the trade. So I don't know if he was flashed out there or not, but that looks like it was going to be an easy B hold, and in the end, it's actually gone a bit pear-shaped.
I mean, yeah, you're surely just going to save here. PC too low to really have any impact here, so Damio going to slink away and look for better Taze. Crunchy picked on the short cross. Look, we've all been there. I don't know if anyone's seen Physical 100, but like, that was the sandbag challenge. We're throwing it over the bloody little obstacle and it just hits the lip of it.
Can't say I've seen it.
Easy, just not jacked enough, unfortunately. That was a nice B timing though for Mindfreak, especially given the fact that it didn't start well. You know, they lost that entry for free on Apoc Dud, but the double entry from Crutchy was great. Like, he's got 5 kills. All 5 of them have gotten Mindfreak rounds. He had the 3K on that A site and then a double entry into B. Man's been worth his weight in gold so far.
I mean, you couldn't get stood up by your Wombat, could you? It would be awkward. PZ comes in here and drops a poor performance. But 9 and 2 on the CT side, that is more than acceptable. Lead at the moment for ground zero, progressing along nicely. And he's obviously still in a bit of an awkward spot actually here for the T side, so Mindfreak are going to have to do a bit of work to bail themselves out of that economic hole.
I mean, A-Ramp's going to be the main point of contest at some point in this round. Mid-smokes get thrown out from spawn as Mindfreak reorganize themselves back. PC to take first contact with the AWP. Oh!
Well,
And he did, to be fair.
wasn't the contact he wanted. Vision, at very least able to trade one down, but it's still the 4-on-4, but space is well and truly taken here by Mindfreak, and DPR is relentless in this round. Damio will shut down that rampage. What a flick onto Zune. And Omichella, tucked in connector here, will have to be the hero. Bombs dropped forward though, so he may have a chance here if he gets his timing right. Which he doesn't. Happens.
They're getting going. Money's weird. It's very weird on the CT side. You've got 2 players who can't afford to buy and one Mr. Moneybags on 8K. So we'll see what Ground Zero want to put together here. A lot of different directions you can go, but they are going to actually shove all their chips into the center of the table, as it were. Reset potential for Mindfreak. Similar to Anubis, you know, the first half of this series didn't start well for them, but they worked their way into it. Damien, once again, wants to be Mr. Aggression. And Ground Zero, they are prepping themselves for more mid-crunch. Big flash up over the top. Omichella honestly just teased himself up for that one.
Yeah, keen for another fight in mid as well. Here's Ground Zero. Tex will not oblige them. Still a bit of probing happening here on the A-bomb side. Not so much a committed push, but they are starting to work their way forward. There's been plenty of time, though, for Ground Zero to cotton onto that fact, and so they're coming across.
I mean, they're just waiting for Mindfreak to make that next point of contact on A. They've got the cheeky little boost in case there's a CT spawn smoke, but they go on the front foot, and it's very well timed. They catch all of Mindfreak off guard before they can get comfy.
Super cheeky.
Texter, I mean, I think the team model at the bottom of the screen kind of says it all. The hell happened to my team, bro?
old Texter would win this. 2018 Texter.
He was never old, though. Old Texter was like 15 years old. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, young Texter would win this.
Legit. Oh, man. He's washed. He's 24. He's past his prime.
Unfortunate. Well, 3-7. Scoreline looking better and better for ground zero as we go through the half. Money will be a problem in this one for Mindfreak as well, so you can expect to see that gap growing.
Tech's come out. But that was the reset window that you needed to hit if you're Mindfreak in the round previous to get yourself a nice and even half. Now you're kind of fighting for the scraps. Wait out the initial util from the CT side here. You can see they're tentative at making their way into middle because Ground Zero's done nothing but fight, and they're going to continue to do so here.
Yeah, Omichella's keen with it, and that's exactly why. A nice two-piece. DPR, though, responding in kind. And Slimy working his way up Con with Zune behind him. He's going to be able to find that cheeky headshot in onto PZ. Now Vision with a job to do. He's aware there's a potential jump up happening, but still not enough. DPR, another kill. All of a sudden, Apocdad is on his own in a 1v3. He does deal with Zune initially, trying to hold on to this connect. Push Apocdad saves the day for ground zero. That was far too close for comfort.
I mean, I honestly thought that was going to be an upset for Mindfreak right when they needed one. And Apocdad, there was nowhere for him to go. They bloody mollied bricks, so even if he wanted to run away, he couldn't. Forced into all three of those 1v1s, and he wins every single one of them. Pretty heads up as well. His M4 ran out of bullets, and he's able to pick up an AK off the ground and keep, you know, blasting.
He's good for it.
Last round of the half here, it looks like Mindfreak going to go for an earlier timing towards B. Zune's already kind of applying pressure here to that B anchor.
What is this? Damio with an illegal timing. He's only going to be able to get himself one. Wasn't necessarily expecting Slimy right there. But it still kind of gives the game away. It's pretty important information for Ground Zero, aware that a large portion of the forces are headed towards the B bomb site, especially with that pickup in jungle as well. Ground Zero well aware of the offensive headed in their direction. So Crunchy tagged down low. PZ set on the line, missing that shot. Apocdad will be the one that has to potentially deal with the repercussions of that miss from PZ as he ultimately gets stuck between a rock and a hard place, but it doesn't really matter in the end. Kills are coming through thick and fast, and a ninth should be on the board, but DPR has been hitting some nice shots in the last couple of rounds, so maybe he's good for it. Easy. Gave him a sliver, gave him an opportunity. Vision, though, will confirm it. 9-3, a solid first half in the third map here for Ground Zero.
Sometimes you gotta pray for a victory. Yeah, I'm overzealous when I'm thinking about the cash flow. I never had no handouts, just came natural. I've been tested so much, all these wrestlers nice. All these different situations that I've been through. I seen pain trying to creep in through the window, but now I'm sliding through the hood in a benzo. You gotta separate yourself just to elevate. I keep some drink in my cup to see through the hate. Sometimes on the road to glory, you gotta press my past mistakes. I swear I'm proud of all my best and my worst days. Proud of all my feet when I touch the ground. Front of 8 at Beijing, man, they know the sound. I know I made mistakes, but my mama proud. Fans scream my lyrics out in the background. They ain't know me then, but I'm hot now. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. Life down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. I'm faced with a lot of different choices these days. Do a rock and roll Lex account of Blueface. The whole world know my name off a mixtape. I still got the same brothers since 6th grade. G-Wagon red seats, we on Biscayne. Trips to the Florida Keys, we imported these. Thanking God for the life he afforded me. All this jewelry on my body, I could like to.
Yeah, most likely. They've got a big hole to dig themselves out of. And on the CT side, nonetheless, PC stopping in for one of the greats in Yowamba and able to step into his shoes. You know, I've never seen a bench so thoroughly warmed in my life. But that'll be a topic for another day and maybe for the podcast tomorrow as Ground Zero prep themselves for the T-side pistol.
Couple of taps there from Crunchy don't result in too much. Ground Zero, though, achieving a lot with this push, though they're going to fail to check the ticket position, the texter position. And he's easily able to wipe the floor with a couple of them. Just a simple mistake for Ground Zero is potentially going to lose them. This pistol, Apok needing to be the hero again, is this time not going to be able to get it done. It was a good effort.
Everyone's looking so bloody sharp with the pistols. It passed the test well, though. They needed that CT pistol very badly, and they even denied the plant, so... Mindfreak already teeing themselves up for, you know, at least, at minimum, a fake comeback here. No investment. It's time for the Glocktober.
Is it 10 o'clock?
I don't think so.
It's 10 o'clock somewhere.
That was good. That was good. I'll give you that. Man, they're really just going to sit in Palace, aren't they? It's a true waterfall. There you go. Refresh on the Palace smoke. Let's wait for that one. Yeah. Yeah, let's wait for that one. Yeah. Yeah, this is great.
Ground Zero are just convening a meeting to see whether or not it's 10 o'clock. Omichella's checking the UV rays.
Jesus Christ.
He's thinking, you know what? It might be 10 o'clock. I think we should try. I think we should see. PZ, what do you think? PZ's like, yeah, could be.
Or they've checked their watches. Is it time?
Is it time? It's time to see if it's 10 o'clock or not. Vision, unfortunately, not doing much to help out in that regard, and apparently it's not 10 o'clock.
Unlucky.
Happens.
Well, that was thrilling. I want my money back. Good thing for Mindfreak, though, they don't need to ask for it. They have got plenty. Very, very good anti-eco. Guns come out for Ground Zero, and we'll keep the gun rounds rolling. No early AWP for Mindfreak, you know, as opposed to what Ground Zero... I mean, they bloody got the AWP out in round 2. They were really keen to get it going. Oh my god, big swing into middle. All 4 of those T's just straight out top mid. No playing around. And it works out a treat. Mindfreak didn't even know what hit them.
Well, the response is immediate from Ground Zero, isn't it? Very rarely taking them long to get underway in this series. First map even was maybe a little bit slow and steady, but map 2 and map 3, they've really looked on the ball. It's another example of it.
Oh, they booked a little bit of a pest at the boxes. Cleared out, but the main brunt of the push coming in through Palace, and this time it's going to be a tad more successful. Some damage at least inflicted to the CTs, and they've made it out onto the site, but it's been quite strugglesome, to be fair. Bomb hasn't gone down yet, but Vision making the difference there.
Two v 3 is not going to be unwinnable. Grenade will soften Damio up a little bit, and there are some smokes. There is a defuse kit, but there's also no interest there for Mindfreak in taking on that round. So they will let the double digits tick over for Ground Zero. Feels as though we're slowly getting to the culmination of this series.
Need a team really looking to hunt too heavily. Money's not good for Ground Zero yet. And with only 2 guns saved over, Mindfreak, the threat of the scoreline at double digits kind of looming in front of them. Want to try to just min-max as many buys as they can get on this CT side, because they didn't even get a chance to play that round.
Yeah, APOC just getting slammed in that engagement in middle, but the rest of it kind of going okay. 10-5. Have another crack at it. See what Mindfreak can get done. It's a pretty good buy, unless they wanted the orb, which, you know, again, I'm sure they would, but it's not something they've invested in this particular instance. Grenade already really chunking Texter down. And the mid contest from Mindfreak is successful in the sense that they hold mid, but a lot of forces dedicated to it.
They wanted to kind of respond to Ground Zero's mid-aggression in the previous round, throwing just as much at it as the T's did, but a little bit more restraint this time for Ground Zero. It's kind of spread out around the map, maybe anticipating some aggression here. Which, look, they won't be obliged by. The thing is, a fair bit of util invested in that mid-crunch early on from Mindfreak. Only so many grenades to kind of rely on, and they still haven't really settled on what the end round setup's going to look like. It's only just now at a minute on the clock. They're going to pretty heavily rotate towards A as the mid smokes come up for the T's.
Crunchy's in a good spot. Bomb rotating across as well. He's going to get a flash in here for main. Does catch the one player, and a second also picked up in connector. It's all going well right now for Mindfreak on this hold. It's an important duel that PZ needs to win, and he can't. That is the bomb dropped in main, and with that, any chance in this round is gone. Damio, he could hit every headshot from here and still not have time. So Mindfreak hold on for one more. 6 and 10. It's not too dangerous just yet for Ground Zero, but at least Mindfreak are keeping themselves in the combo.
I mean, money's broken. That's a big round to win for Mindfreak. Especially after the mid-crunch doesn't really bear any fruit. It's just really nice mid-rounding. They read the pacing of Ground Zero there perfectly. I mean, this is a team that they've already played in the upper bracket on this map recently. Mid-smokes come up after a pretty slow-paced early round from the T side, and the flash into A-ramp is just perfection. Really couldn't have been better timed. I swear Zune has only legged people through objects. He goes back for a second helping, though, and that was a little bit more satisfactory.
A bit of a pick and split style from Ground Zero being employed in this round, hoping to just do a bit of economic damage, I suppose. See what Damio can do, given a bit of time with this AK. He is on his own, so he's not going to get boosted here.
Mindfreak trailing by 4. Need to try to keep this clean. And smoking off a ramp. Going to at least allow Omichella out to Tetris. There is some control of Con here. But I don't know if you're feeling too confident for Ground Zero getting anything done on A, given that Palace has already been taken here by the CTs.
Especially now that Damio's been tagged down. Oh, the molly singeing his toes. Omichella with a nice kill onto Zune. Next up, should be aware that Damio's in connector and very easily locks in the double kill. These clocks are
That's
doing some
very
work,
bad.
and that's the bomb. Yeah, Apok with the bomb. He's got an entry onto B. He can get a plant, and he's got an AWP. Oh, he's got an M4 rather. Omichella's got an AWP. Also,
How
Apok
has
cut off
this
the rotated
happened?
CT.
Yeah, they can't rotate through CT. They can only go up cat. This is a mess. Still shouldn't go poorly. I mean, Apok is very low on bench here, but it's winnable for Ground Zero where it really shouldn't be. Good patience from Techstar. I mean, he has really dug Mindfreak out of a pretty rough and precarious position here.
Oh, they lined
And
up.
yeah, Apok if he had more HP, maybe.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, it's a bit of a heart attack moment for Mindfreak that should have been a bit more routine than that.
Yep. Money's rebuilding nicely on the CT side, though. Very well played round by Techstar.
Yeah.
Back at it again. Ground Zero. Hoping to lock this one in before it gets too outrageous.
I'm gonna start stacking up some loss bonus soon. Window smoke's been missed by the T's. No one playing in window for Mindfreak though. Vision applying pressure to this B site. Backed up well by a fair bit of utility. They want to kick this execute off. Look at this man move. He's already made it down into the B site. A lot of pressure on Zune. DPR's holding very nicely in the back of the site until Apok Dud deals with him, and finally Vision gets involved, clearing out a player on market. How is he able to just perform on a swivel there? That's really nice entry.
Yeah. It was looking good for a moment for Mindfreak, wasn't it? But the space that was taken by Ground Zero actually comes apart. Vision so quick into the market position in the important couple of frags, and now down to an awkward numbers situation for Slimy, making this a pretty difficult round. Apok Dud though dropping it. That is the bomb as well, which now needs to be retrieved.
It's kind of been the thorn in their side. Like, the bomb's been dropped in apps this entire round. It's the only reason they haven't won it already.
Well, third, Slimy eat that molly. So Damio's going to go hunting, has a look through the window. Sets his sights on the door instead. Bomb plant faked. But now put on the floor. And Slimy's got a very awkward walkout. He did line up for him, to be fair, but Damio hits the headshot, makes no mistake. 11 secured for Ground Zero. 2 steps away from confirming this game.
Yeah, Vision put a body shot into both of them, Kalat. So it was a couple bullets off, cleaning that one up. This movement is crazy, though. Like, that man was just on a mission. 11th picked up for Ground Zero. Money's not looking too crush hot for Mindfreak. They're going to take attack timeout and compose their thoughts a little bit here. Only 2 players surviving previously for Ground Zero. So the money's a little shaky. They've got a tiny bit of loss bonus behind this, and look, the round buffer is the safety net of all time for them. No AWP this time for Mindfreak, down to an MP9 and a FAMAS, and weaker weaponry gives way for a little bit more util. Once again, quick pacing into mid for Ground Zero. Unfortunately, they mollied themselves off top middle, which has kind of halted the approach for a minute. Quick flash into A ramp. Omichella's spotted out. So it's a no contest early on.
Yeah, Ground Zero happy to slow things down. That's fine. Burn through some of the precious util that Mindfreak have got. Give opportunities maybe to someone like PZ, who was waiting patiently for a push in the Palace and gets what he wants.
Pretty devious that he's holding that line. Of all lines, that swing it to underpass with an MP9 is brave, and a Famus maybe equally so. Slimy, finally the man with a gun that actually has some punching power, does a little bit of damage, but maybe too little too late at this point as the bomb's on its way into B.
Yeah, you can tell they've got absolutely no idea where this hit is coming either. The spam into the A site, they think maybe there's a chance they pushed out onto A. Of course, Ground Zero well and truly on their way to B, but I thought Mindfreak, you know, whether they were not wasting too much time. If they would have gone quickly up behind Apps, they might have actually caught a timing there onto Ground Zero. Instead, they want to clear out T-Spawn. Split up. This doesn't look quite as possible for them. They'll be now hearing a lot of util down on the B bomb site. So it might just be a save call in the end here for DPR. I mean, he's on the other side of the map, and Slimy looks to be joining him, so give themselves a bit more of an opportunity in the what might be final round of this series. But it's a tough one to give up.
I think at the end of the day, it's looking like Groundhog Day for Mindfreak. It's a good first map on their opponent's pick. And unfortunately, after that, looking like a pretty concise reverse sweep from Ground Zero. T-side calling has been pretty solid. I think, you know, it's been an effort by committee. Everyone's kind of performing, even subbing in Wombat. They've looked, you know, like they haven't really missed a beat. I'm enjoying what I'm seeing from them, at least at this level. You know, maybe another game against Thunder Down Under is a little bit of a different test in and of itself, but, you know, at least in terms of just kind of sitting in that gatekeeper position that, to be fair, a lot of these players have kind of sat in for a lot of their career, at least as far as that kind of Vertex core is, ex-Vertex core is considered. You know, they're looking good.
Yeah, we'll see how you feel tomorrow when we get to watch them play against Thunder Down Under. I shouldn't say when. It's not over yet. It's definitely going in that direction. One round to go here for Ground Zero. Not really having too many problems on the T side, so it feels like a bit more of a formality than anything else with 5 rounds to play with.
Only a dig for Zune. And he's going to be playing retake A. You've got an AWP on the other side. You're starting to feel a little bit nervous for the lad. A little bit of util pressure into middle. Main point of contact is this crunch towards B apps for Mindfreak, and it hits its mark. Damio cleaned up on that B side of the map, which is an open invitation for Ground Zero to start to speed up towards A.
Vision again, looking to be the enforcer. It's that first entry onto the A bomb site. Not aware that Zune's close by. Oh, he's given the opportunity though. A couple of missed shots with that Deagle will be punished. And this is the beginning of the end. It feels as though Mindfreak are on their last legs. Apok just missing that final bullet. Texter survives on 2 HP. We'll give them some respite, Mindfreak, but inevitably the bomb plant's going to go down anyway, and time is now ticking against the CTs.
Texas flanking on 2 HP. He's got a long way to go. Kit is there on Slimy. Molly for Crunchy needs to flush this player out from default. But the pick's going to come out first, it looks like.
Oh, 1 for 1. Not quite enough here for Mindfreak to feel comfortable, especially with Texter being so low. Slimy is biding his time, but he can't really afford to wait much longer. Texter has to be faster, and unfortunately, I think he's just going to come in too little too late. There is no time for the defuse, even if he finds these last 2 kills. So that is going to be that. Ground Zero are going to secure the map. And with that, obviously, the series as well. 13-7. And they win it 2-1 over Mindfreak, knocking them out of this ESL Challenger League Cup and securing another rematch against Thunder Down Under. That Ground Zero versus Thunder Down Under matchup is really, again, starting to become one of the rivalries of Oceanic Counter-Strike in 2026.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't really necessarily expect it to be a rivalry. I think Ground Zero, the expectations for their results as a team maybe a step below that of Thunder Down Under, but you know, you'll just look back at the fact that Ground Zero has beaten them in a played-out best-of-5 early on in that Thunder Down Under's kind of team's life cycle, and that shows some promise. Unfortunately, then you go look at the last head-to-head that they had earlier on in this tournament, and you might be thinking that might be a pretty one-sided grand final. I guess it's up to Ground Zero to kind of set that narrative, show that they're not just a team that's the best of the rest and is going to beat Mindfreak every time and make it to that final until they play a team like Semperfi or Thunder Down Under tomorrow.
Yeah, indeed. Look, if Ground Zero can put together the pieces, I think they can be a competitive enough team against Thunder Down Under. But my concern, obviously, is that I think since last year, coming into 2026, Thunder Down Under are kind of looking like a completely different team. It sort of felt like last year, back into last year, when Thunder Down Under were a new team, they felt susceptible, you know what I mean? But with the more recent results that we've been seeing from them of late, it really does feel like this is going to be, again, a huge uphill battle, a big test for Ground Zero. It should well be Thunder Down Under to take this opening cup of ESL Challenger League, which is, again, something that they also really want, because every VRS point at the moment is going to be pivotal for a team like Thunder Down Under in terms of trying to qualify through to the upcoming Cologne Major. And, you know, they've got to think about the defrag wildcard as well, but you know, these extra 10 or 15 points that they might get throughout the course of a cup can be that big difference maker that puts them over the line. Anyway, that's all a conversation for us tomorrow. We're going to have to wrap things up here because we do need to get ready for the Asia match, which will be coming up next. I think it'll be over on ESL TV, ESL CSB, I should say. It's the B stream, not this particular stream, but you know, we'll be there for the Asia match. So we'll head over to that one and hope to catch you guys again tomorrow for some more Oceanic Counter-Strike. Have a good night. Roll, and that's what we want to see. The Glock train rolling in hot, but importantly, DPR starting with those first 2 frags.
Mix ASAP because they've got no util behind this fight. Texter cleaned up as well. More swings coming through.
Kid on this side, isn't it? Texter behind this smoke could be pivotal. He gets only the 1. Certainly had an opportunity for multiple. It might not quite be done here yet, but
that the AWP was in this neck of the woods and he's jiggling.
It's going to be broken by the fact that the T side have to go. Second player in secret. You won't even get your Wombat. Warrior's going to get some help now. Omicella will filter across, and they might actually be able to. Vision up the ladder. How does he get away with that? Bomb plant did go down. He can't surely win another one. No kill to come from DPR, so it's all on Hector, who just gets deleted.
Don't take those kind of duels with the Famous.
Will disrupt his vision, but turns away nicely, and of course he's going to connect. He's on for another one right here. Misses that flick under pressure eventually. And look at how far that has ticked away. Omicella with another kill. Decon player goes down. There's still one alive, and the round is done. A little bit of a look. Might spot DPR out there. Yeah, he has. So that'll be the end of DPR. Apoc does go down.
Face there's a CT spawn smoke, but they go on the front foot, and it's very well timed. They can
his own in a 1v3. He does deal with Zoom initially, trying to hold on to this connector push. Apoc achieving a lot with this push, though they're going to fail to check the ticket position. The text. There is no time for the defuse, even if he finds these last 2 kills. So that is going to be that. Ground Zero are going to secure the map.
Feet, this is a shakedown. Order up that beat just like it's takeout. Show me you got soul inside those new shoes, and you can rock and roll with an attitude. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. You're the new MC, you got the remix. Keep it on repeat, just let the beat kick. just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Yeah, you like it, the way you like it. Oh, yeah, you like it, the way you like it now. Yeah, you like it, the way you like it. Oh, so good, so fresh. Get up on your feet. Show me you got soul. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Get up on your feet, this is a shakedown.
The road to the top is a riddle. What will be my destiny? Money and fame are awaiting, but not enough is raining on me. Maybe I should give it all up. How much more can I take? Out here singing to the heavens. When I gonna get my break? I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. How will I get out of the jungle? Everybody wanna stop me. 10 more steps up the mountain. Now everybody's looking for me. Spend my life in the desert till something changed inside of me. Now I'm flying over oceans. Everybody looking at me. I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Full power, get louder. I'ma get stronger, just watch me. Full power, get louder. I'ma get stronger, just watch me. Every hour, no doubter. Gonna hear my song, just watch me. Every hour, no doubter. I can run this town. Somebody give me the key. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. No more doubt about me. Oh, I can run this town. Don't you know I got the
I'll keep going till my feet become blow. I'll keep going till my feet become blow.